I'll need a recap.
I am very sure you will.
I'd
It's
love
been
a
a
recap.
long time since I swung this axe.
I'm pretty sure I missed 1 or 2 sessions.
You may
Was
have
it
done.
1 or 2?
You missed 53 sessions and you expect us to do that?
Last
Yeah.
session. Let's get some good music on. We need some good music. Let's get some.
I will do anything for love, but I
Don't
won't
do that voice too much.
that.
Okay, you know it wears your throat out. Get yourself a glass of water.
I've drank a lot of glasses of water the past few hours.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm getting
Yeah,
nostalgia,
boy.
guys. It's been so long.
Nostalgia.
When last we left off, the players had just defeated the hags of the old windmill. It wasn't an easy battle, but you came through relatively unscathed, excluding Hogan and his numerous injuries. At the end of the session, you did not opt for a long or short rest, though no time had passed, so you may do so very soon after we begin this one if you wish.
Well,
Out from
we
within the windmill stepped 2 characters that over time have managed to escape the DM's mind and his forgetful nature for names.
The sister and brother.
The children's?
The children
Irina
was...
and Ismark Kulyana.
But they're not children.
Yeah.
I think you're
As
As they
confusing.
stepped out from within,
Yeah. Sorry.
as they stepped out from within the building, they had with them 3 children:
Hmm.
1 young boy and 2 young girls, barely 10 years old, younger for sure. There was also a set of large runes, not runes, but like, Stonehenge, that sort of
Yeah.
stones laid out in a circle, 4 stones in a cross shape, standing up vertically, parted, spaced evenly apart. They stood about 12 feet tall and had a hole about 1 foot in diameter, right the way through them at the peaks of each.
Could you draw the overview shape?
I'll do my best with it.
Yeah.
So let me just grab this paintbrush and orange because I am an orange boy.
Orange boy, you.
Orange boy. Oui, oui.
Like that. Do you see?
Okay, yeah.
They were, like I said, 12 feet high and had a hole through the top of each. They were just down the hill to the side of the windmill. You could only see them from the top of the hill because they were hidden behind brush and such, and they were down the hill from the original path.
Oh, I thought, weren't we in the town now?
No, you had not moved.
But we met the car, didn't we? Where the road split.
Yeah, we went left, and then we passed by the windmill, and then we fought at the windmill.
Nobody ever moved away from the windmill.
Where did we meet the cart with the
Before
dead
windmill.
horses?
With the
Before
horses,
windmill.
that was at the end. Yeah, that was before the windmill, at the end of the road, and the road led up to Strahd's castle,
Okay.
Castle
Yeah.
Ravenloft.
Yeah.
I'm-
I'm gonna cast detect magic as a ritual and look at the Stonehenge. For a better word.
Okay. You look around it, and there's more of a hum in the air than there is in the stones. It's like dust is floating around, but the dust is all magical, and it's only in the area of the stones themselves.
Could I detect
The
what type?
windmill, just to remind you guys, the windmill is as yet unexplored.
Could I detect what type it is?
The windmill isn't explored?
Can you roll me an Arcana check?
Okay.
Let him do the roly rolls.
17.
17. One moment, please.
It's a me, Malario.
Alario.
So this is a type of magic you have heard about. It usually, from all of the uses you've seen of it, it does not fit into any other category.
Okay.
And is the type of magic that gave birth to spells such as haste, that let people move faster or slower.
Okay. Then after that I will walk into the windmill eyes place with Doctrine light.
Okay. As you go into the windmill, before you go, Yenarin and Yen, and they progress up the stairs, having looked around the ground floor already, and start looking around the first floor. I'll refer to the ground floor as the first floor for simplicity. So they start looking around the second floor. As you look around, you see hums of magic from lots of different objects, but upon investigation, they are more things that the hag seemed to be enchanting, but had not yet finished. So there is no magic usable.
Okay. I'm gonna start looking
lots
around.
and lots of items like that. And can you roll me a perception?
Yep. I will ignore the glowing cakes. Pies.
Ah, well, that's what
18.
it was for. There are glowing pies everywhere, and there are also quite a few bowls containing glowing mush.
Right.
What the fuck?
Could I, with the help of my owl, start looking around for like hidden compartments, like loose boards, anything of that type?
No,
Yep, roll me
you're
investigation.
Not allowed.
Do I have advantage?
You do not, because the majority of the investigation is feel.
Okay. 16.
16 is definitely high enough. As you go through the house, just to confirm that I get this right, I'm going to check my notes. Okay, so you find in... I'm not sure which floor this is. On the third floor, as you're going through room by room, you find a few very small makeshift beds.
Okay.
And under the pillows of these beds, which you assume were used by the hags by the claw marks in them,
Yeah.
there are some jewelry pieces under one of the pillows. So you go to the next bed, and sure enough, there's more there. By the end of it, you found 6 pieces of jewelry.
Okay.
If you could note 6 pieces of jewelry and then in brackets area 03, that would be
Yeah.
appreciated.
Jewelry. One of the few annoying words I know how to spell. 6 pieces. Area. What did you say? Area.
I can't actually find it here, even though it is here. Well,
I could write Hag House.
put S for notes.
S4.
That way it'll just tell me go to session 4's notes, and I've got
Yeah.
it all written down.
Yep. I have it written down.
So I presume you're leaving the building.
Yes.
Or there's actually a ladder here that leads up into an attic if you want to go up there.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
So
not.
you climb the ladder and it creaks with each of your steps. Da-da-da-da-da.
I'm nothing but thorough.
You get up to the top, and can you roll me a perception?
Can diddle-a-doo. 16.
Okay. You open up the hatch, and inside is extremely dark. So, I believe you have some sort of light cantrip?
Yeah, I think so. I should have. Give me a second. Otherwise, I could just I think I can use prestidigitation to light things. I can. Yeah, I can just light a candle.
Okay.
So.
You light a candle, and flickering around you, there's only about a 5-foot high space, so shallow that you do need to keep your head tilted down to move at all. And it's only a 10-foot by 10-foot room, and that's circular, so 10-foot,
Yeah.
sorry, 5-foot radius room,
Yeah.
with a pillar up the center. Littered around the room are awkward boxes, and as you're going around the room, you're checking to see if they're hollow. Sure enough, the majority are, and one of them, as you go to open it, it's actually latched shut. Your first thought is to break this open, but you actually hear a whimper from inside.
Oh,
Does Hogan hear this?
No, Hogan would be... what is Hogan doing right now?
I mean, he would try and explore, but he wouldn't go first. So I wouldn't
Okay.
be there.
You'd be on the floor below with Corin, but not up the ladder, and you
Yeah.
would not have heard the whimper. It's quite quiet. The only reason that he heard it is because he's specifically like touching the box.
like, is it a lock or like a hasp?
It is a. It's basically a latch on the outside of this crate, but the crate has no bars, no holes. You can't see inside it, so there's no way it could be opened from the inside. Doesn't require a key though.
Can
It's
you hear
essentially just a squeeze open.
me? Can you hear me? I asked
I can hear you.
in person, in character.
There's. Can you roll me persuasion?
I can certainly try. It is not my strong suit. 12.
Hello.
Hello. I open it up.
You open it up, and inside you find a rather emaciated child. He is small, he has a shaved head and an extremely large bruise over one of his eyes, sealing it shut.
I will.
He is curled up in a ball at the back corner of the box, but the box itself is only like 3 feet by 3 feet.
It is fine. The hags are gone. I hand him my water skin.
He doesn't reach out for it at first, but you're patient with him and hold it in place. And eventually his hand timidly reaches out and essentially snatches it from you.
Yeah.
He fumbles a bit with the fastening and eventually pops it open. And straight away takes a drink and then realizes he's just taken a very eager swig and stops. And then swallows and looks at you wide-eyed with the one eye he can open. And upon his mouth making him realize it's just water, he eagerly drinks more.
Drink slowly, otherwise you're gonna puke.
He looks at you and then visibly slows down.
How long have you been in the box? If you can tell.
I don't know.
Do you wish to have something to eat except pie?
Pie?
I hand him a ration.
The rations that you've got with you are really, really dry, but with the water, he bit
Well,
by
it's-
bit breaks it down with.
It's like
his teeth and
isn't
then-
it like basically
eats it.
hardtack, dry fruit, and jerky?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Jerky, so good.
I know. Take the water skin from him. Well, let's
Okay.
go down. And
He nods and shuffles along on his bum out of the box. And when he's out of the box, he very slowly stands up straight and starts to stretch his back out. And then bit by bit, he makes his way down the ladder. He actually slips on one of the rungs. Hogan, can you make me a athletics check? Actually, I'm just gonna say a dexterity save because it would be more about speed than anything.
Okay, good. Just give me a second.
yeah, he doesn't weigh that much. It's not like Delmer falling
Yeah.
on him.
But there's a cat in my lap, so I am a bit slow.
If the cat is slowing you down,
Push it away.
yeet it out the window.
Grab it around the neck and
15, you absolutely manage it. As this kid slips, you catch him straight away.
Poor
And
kid.
He looks up at you, the one eye wide open with terror, and he takes a really deep breath in and then a really deep breath out, and you can feel him.
Calm down, little fella. Calm down.
He might look
I'm
scared, but
letting I
he's
talk.
quite friendly.
Well, as long as you don't try to hurt me or my friends.
He shakes his head and timidly gets his footing. He stumbles back a bit and gives you some space.
Well-
As the three of you climb down and begin to descend the windmill, you come across a scene that's rather irritating to you.
Okay. This is the scene.
You as you're coming down the stairs, you hear Hogan saying, I just think we shouldn't. I don't know why you're doing it. It's just not a very good decision. You should probably stop. It just doesn't make much sense. There's a reason that they're here." And sorry, not
Hogan
Hogan,
said that.
Yennerin.
Okay, yeah.
And as you descend the steps, you come across a scene of Yen saying, No, it's fine. Come on, just try it. It's nice. Eat it." And Yennerin again saying, No, I'm not doing it.
I would recommend
You
not
see-
eating the pies.
Yeah,
You
don't trick him into
Robin,
eating them.
every one of your mouse clicks is coming through, buddy.
Okay. So
You see Mid with a slice of pie already in his hand, a bite taken out of it, and Yen
Hogan
with
jumps.
a full pie in her hands, half eaten.
Oh.
Hogan jumps towards Mid with the pie in his hand, like bodyguard style, and tries to swat it away.
Can I
Like,
No!
try to look into their eyes and see if some ill effect has befallen them?
Roll me a perception, Corin, and roll me a strength-based attack roll, Hogan.
10. Sucked.
Okay, strength-based attack roll is the same as strength check. Can I just roll strength check?
It's not the same as strength check because you get to add your proficiency.
Wait, so it's a d20 plus.
Your
have
strength mod plus your proficiency bonus.
So, 3 plus 5, 8.
No, it's
Right.
basically making a disarming attack.
Yeah, sure.
Cheat.
19.
A 19, yeah, you spaff it out his hand and it splats across the wall.
What are you doing?
I don't know, we're just eating pies, says Yen.
These pies are made by those evil hacks. You don't suppose they're magic with some jinx or something?
Well, you don't need
I
to
do not know, they are pretty good.
You don't need to
I
suppose
don't
they
care.
are.
I was saying exactly the same as you, Hogan. They're being absolutely stupid. I don't know why they're doing it.
Hogan, you're completely
But-
correct. They are Enchanted.
See? The magical guys know his thing.
Magical.
Oh
guy.
yeah, well, whatever. And Yen goes over to the stairs. She doesn't show any signs of caring, and as she gets to the top step, she reaches out with her foot and then stops. And her foot slowly lowers back, and she just stands there,
Ah.
silent.
Well then, Jen.
No response.
Can I grab her shoulder and try to get a response? Like drag her
You
back.
grab her shoulder, you lightly shake it, you lean over and look at her face, and her eyes are completely glazed over with a grey, very slightly pinkish hue. You can't actually see her irises or pupils,
Can I sense
and
what
she
type
has
of
a
magic?
slight smile on her mouth.
Can I
You
sense
can
what...
your spell is still in effect, and she is charmed.
Ah. Well, if this doesn't work, or if it works, I'm still sorry. I'm gonna slap her with the intent of dealing 1 damage.
That automatically hits. She's not even trying to move.
Yeah,
Presuming the modifier is positive at least,
-1.
even with proficiency.
No, with proficiency it would be +1.
Then you hit.
Yeah.
You deal 1 damage. You smack her hard across the face, and her head turns with the hit, and then very slowly turns back. And as there's a red welt on her cheek where this has bruised her, her mouth is still in a smile, and her eyes are still grey.
Wonderful. Let's see.
What's wrong, Corin?
Enchanted. She's enchanted.
I told you, Yen. This is look. We're gonna sit over here.
Yenarin walks straight over. He grabs her shoulders and starts walking her over to a box. He sits her down. He goes,
And we're gonna have a talk because this behaviour is unacceptable.
She
You
can't
keep
hear
ignoring.
you.
Look, well, she might be able to. It might just be that she can't stop me from
I'm
talking.
just gonna
which is-
wave Hogan away from Generator and just let him talk to Generator.
As you wave him away, you notice that Mid's eyes are
Yeah.
not
I guess.
quite as grey, but they are hazed over, and he has also got the same dumb smile on his face.
What
Oh,
was
for
what race was
fuck's
Mid
sake.
again?
Sorry?
What race was Mid? Can't remember now. He's an elf, right?
Halfling.
Yes, he was an elf. I'll
Aren't,
just check it, but he
aren't
was
they
an elf.
immune against charmed?
They have advantage against charm.
Oh yeah, they're immune against sleep. Oh yeah. Ah.
Hogan turns to Corin and says,
I do not know these things, but could it just be like a stunning effect for a while? Maybe it'll pass after a few hours.
Well, I would guess so because the children are conscious, aware. Just tie a rope around their arm and drag them behind you.
And legs.
Why legs?
No, we might as well just take them outside and take a rest until they wake up.
Corin,
Yes.
you feel a tugging on your sleeve.
I look down at the child.
I think I know what the pies are from.
Ah, could you tell me?
There was an old lady.
Yeah.
He keeps glancing from you to Hogan as he's talking.
Oh, yeah,
she-
Corin hasn't met the old lady before, have we? That was Ashkan. No, Ashkan died. Yeah, I've seen the old lady.
She had a
A cot?
cart. With pies on it. And my parents always bought some.
Ah.
But
Did you
when
wake
they
up
ate
here?
them, they didn't talk for a long time. And when they didn't have any money, they gave her me instead.
Ah.
Um, and there were a lot more kids, but they kept taking them out the boxes, and they never came back. Um,
I'll pat his head. It's fine.
he's got a tear running down from his eye that isn't bruised up, and
Could
he's
I
shaking.
make my owl go to Arena and like tug her clothing to make her go back in?
Yeah, sure. It lands on her shoulder and starts pulling at her hair. She's like, "Ow, what? Oh!" And starts following. It doesn't take more than a minute for her to come up the steps.
Yeah. I found him upstairs in one of the boxes.
1 second.
I will give you 2.
I will give you any second you want.
Oh, you found another one. Hey there. She drops down onto one knee in front of him and says, "Hi. Wait a second. Carl, isn't it?" And this grin comes up on his face, and he straight away hugs her. She goes, "Hey, it's okay. Come on. There are more kids downstairs." And he goes, There are more? There are more. Yes, come on." And she stands up and holds his hand and starts leading him down. And she smiles at you as she walks away.
How much pie is there?
There's shelves on the walls, and there's actually steam coming off of the pies. There's a minimum of 30.
I will sigh and I will start taking them out, just throwing in them. I think it was a slope or like a waterway or something beside it or something.
No, there was nothing like that at all.
Where's-
There's a hill leading down and a forest just beyond it. Apart from that, nothing.
Then I'll just start throwing them down the hill. Slightly satisfying when they splatter. But, yeah.
Cool. As each of these splats, can you make me an intelligence check on Mott's behalf? And
Okay.
as per the rule we're testing, the intelligence check, you can double the modifier.
If
That's
Okay.
whether it's positive or negative.
How do
If-
you double the modifier?
You can't do it with the sheet.
Okay.
just roll it and add the thing that you get again.
Yeah.
Up
Oh, it
and
was a
down.
nat 20. It doesn't even bloody matter.
I was about to say, if Corin starts seeing Mott going for the pies, Hood is gonna annoy the fuck out of him, but it's fine.
So that was only a 14 because he's got -3 modifier. Double that, it goes way down. But a 14 is still enough.
Oh, it's minus. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's
So he goes over to one of the pies. He sniffs it and he growls and backs off. And as the kids are coming out the building, you see him go up to one and actually start licking the kid's hand. And the kid is a bit scared at first, but he just keeps nuzzling until the kid's like, "Oh, okay, this is a big wolf."
Both endearing and terrifying at the same time.
Actually, it's
Yeah.
a big dog.
Really big dog. Eventually, you get quite a relieving scene, actually, as you go about doing your things. You do see the kids start to warm up to Mott, and eventually they start not too energetically, but playing.
Oh, that's cute.
Things like he keeps rubbing his head into them, and then they play with his ears, and he pulls back and then knocks them with his nose, and then jumps back, that sort of thing. So he's doing most of the movement.
That's cute.
Jumping back to Corin. You eventually get the majority of pies that you see out the building.
I'm guessing that earlier when we cleaned the plate that we took out the disgusting bucket with.
Yes.
Could I just pour it
so-
over the pile of pies?
To remind you, the bucket itself had a child's skeleton in
Oh.
it, which was something that you got rid of by throwing it down the hill.
Okay, so I basically threw the pies at the bucket with bones in it.
Can you roll me a intelligence check
I can certainly do.
as before double modifier?
Ah, it's a 9.
A 9.
You dumb.
Do you know what? I'm actually going to say a perception because that was like one below what you needed. So I'm giving you a second chance here.
13.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, 13's enough. So it's the smell that makes you realize the disgusting smell from this barrel as you throw it over the pies. There's not much change in smell to the room. And then you notice the stuff in the pies is the same as the stuff in the barrel.
Oh, that's gross. It's pies made of children.
Um. Well, that is rank.
Does he say this in character?
No.
No, definitely not.
I will-
Definitely not.
I will
saying-
not-
Hogan, you absolutely see his face contour. If you want to roll me a perception as well, but your check's going to be a lot higher because you're not the one doing it.
Okay.
Oh, that's like super gross.
No, that's a bit too low. You see his face contour, and he looks revolted. He slightly pales, though that really doesn't mean much for him.
What does that? What's wrong, Echo? What do you see?
Corin.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Corin.
What's wrong, Card?
Just realized how disgusting these hags really were. Nothing special.
Do you want to roll me a deception? You are at the time trying not to vomit.
Are you sure you
Yes.
have nothing to tell us?
16.
16. Yeah, that's really like. There's no reason that you wouldn't believe him.
Ah, fine.
All right then.
Oh.
Eventually, when you're done, the pies are all spoiled. They look horrific. There's a finger standing out of one of them. What do you do?
Hmm. That is disgusting. I turn to Ekor, Hogan, Lista, Generin, the group of children, and I think it's time for us to go.
Are you sure we should be
Agreed.
moving with your friends like that? And you look to Yen, who Yenarin has pushed her finger up her own nose, and it's just hanging there limply, and she still has that glazed over eyes smile on her face.
I don't know
Have
if
a
I want
course.
to stay here.
Have
Right,
a
we can check
course
out-
seen
Sorry.
yeah. Have a course seen how is it called? Corin slap the charmed people?
Corin didn't slap any children. The only person he slapped was
Yeah.
He
Yen.
said charmed
Yeah,
people.
but yeah.
Oh, charmed. Sorry, I thought you said
Charmed.
child people.
No,
The
charmed.
child people.
No. Charmed. Sorry.
You haven't seen him slap them, but you can see a big welt on the side of Yen's face, and you would know it wasn't there before.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you yourself would have gone around each person and individually. Wait. No, that's not you. Okay. Roll me a history.
Okay.
Sorry, I got you and Arga's characters mixed up slightly.
History.
You would absolutely know that wasn't there before. So you're guessing he slapped her,
Okay.
or someone did at least. By the size of the bruise, you guess it was Hogan.
Hey!
Well, I don't know if I... Let's just say this place gives me the shivers, and not many places has been able to do that.
The time is about 4 p.m.
Right.
So
like I
the
said,
sun
we
is
can-
going down relatively quick.
How far is it to the village?
Which one? Well, back the way you came is the village of Barovia. You know that to be at least a full day's travel.
Yeah.
That's no breaks, no stops.
Yeah.
The other direction is the town of Valaki, and after a bit of conversation, you assess that it's still about 4 hours away.
Be there by
You
nightfall.
if you pushed yourselves, you could definitely get there today before the sun goes down. But the pushing yourselves would entail, essentially rushing.
Yeah.
You could probably make it in about 2.5 hours.
Thoughts? Kalista, Ekor, Hogan?
I still
Generin?
suggest we take a long rest outside until they wake up.
I am thinking that perhaps it is best to not leave Yen and also Mid unattended right now because they seem to be in a world of their own. So I was going to lecture them on the effects of their actions and how they can be detrimental to the whole of us, because at the moment they've not been cooperating entirely, especially since they ate the pies, and I just really want to stay here and make sure that they get this message. And
He just keeps going, so eventually your brain phases him out automatically.
I will
Alright, let's
I will drag Mott not Mott, Mid and Yen like a bit further away from everyone else, sit them down. Like like push them cross-legged or something, or kneeling.
Okay.
And just leave Jenner in there with them.
In the building or outside of it?
We cleaned the building, right?
Yeah. It's all cleaned out.
Yeah, good. And prestidigitation the fuck out of it. So, yeah, say in the building.
I would
say-
not suggest we wait inside this building. It gives me the creeps.
Well, there's no further magical effects that should be affecting the building right now. For a better, not a better word for it's clean.
All right then, fine.
A
If something
sentence-
happens, I'm getting out.
A sentence you'll like very much there, Binary, is for lack of a better word.
Oh, for lack of a better word. I was looking for that sentence, but I couldn't find it. It
I guess as much. It was you were very close. Okay, so eventually Yen, and Mid move back inside.
I will put them on the third. I will try to lead them to the third floor.
Yenerin actually tucks them into the hag's beds.
Yep.
You check on him just as they're about to leave, and he is at this point sitting in a chair and going over the ethics of their actions with them and the long-term impacts rather than the short-term.
Okay, if Hogan or Ekor isn't there, I'm gonna say to Generin what the pies were made of.
You're joking,
I usually don't joke.
but this time you are.
Unfortunately, no.
I can't believe you two ate these pies. This is absolutely terrible. You really need to think about this. You've just consumed a human child.
If
You've
you have
actually
some-
gone to a pie with a cow.
If you have a shit ton of salt, you could feed them salt water that should make them puke.
Well, I
after
think
that-
they must have already digested it for their eyes to look like pieces of paper.
Well, they
Does
probably
Hogan- does
digested
Hogan
a
hear the
small
part-
piece of it, but not the whole.
Does Hogan hear the part about, eating humans?
Honestly, at this point, every time Yenerin starts ranting, you just phase him out. So if you hear him get mad from the third floor, you're not going to listen.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go.
That's fair.
Or you could punch them in
Um,
the stomach. That might make them puke. But
So, just to cover everything that you could still look at before you leave, there's the windmill itself, there's the runes nearby, and
on the stones there
that's
were
it.
runes on them as well, right? Or
you didn't actually investigate the stones other than their magic.
I would go outside again then.
Are we ready to go? Says, what is it with names?
Female or
Ismark.
male? Ismark. We're resting here until the two. Well, phased out people are back to.
The kids let out a cheer,
Wow.
and
cheer?
yeah, a cheer, and straight away Ismark turns around like, "What is so good? Why are you happy?" And they say, "We thought we were gonna have to walk, but if we're gonna be here for a few days, we can rest."
We are gonna be here for this day. So if you go to bed now, you will have a really long sleep in. We need to start walking tomorrow.
You're gonna have a long rest.
I thought you said we were here until the pie stopped.
Oh,
What?
how long does the pie last?
Another boy picks up. This boy's got quite a big frame for someone that's so skinny. He's clearly been starved for a while. He's also got a few teeth missing and a bruise on the side of his jaw, on his shoulders, on his chest. And his clothes are ripped in various places, so he looks like he was a bit of trouble for the hags. He says,
Boy.
"My parents, they took about 4... No. What's... After 2. They took the number after 2 days.
3.
Weird.
3, usually. And then they
3
would be
days?
very angry afterwards. It was...
Why? Do you know why they were angry?
because the pie ladies wouldn't come around very often.
Oh.
We have to wait 3 days?
I'm not.
You say you hear me start swearing in Dwarvish. Stone helm.
Out of character, guys. Right now we have no sign that Yen and Mid are going to come back as players.
What?
No,
right
that's right.
now we have no information on whether Yen or Mid are going to come back as players.
Yeah.
So,
Well, mostly I wanted to lead them back
like,
to the
this
town.
is a convenient way to,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
Do
actually,
they drag along?
If they, my suggestion is, if you continued and then a player returned, I would have them back in the story. But this is a chance for you to progress and leave them to their thing.
yeah, okay, fair enough.
I was thinking like
I'm
leaving them in the
pretty-
town or something, but
Just an information. Aga doesn't have internet because he can't pay for it. But whenever he's going to be able to pay for it again, he's going to have internet back, and he'll want to play.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, that's totally fine. I am literally just doing this because I am bad at managing NPCs.
Yeah, that must be a chore, actually.
It's my disability with names, honestly. It's am I allowed to say it's a disability?
well, I think if we take them to the town, like if we could leave them to like an inn and pay.
It is your decision, but you literally have to pull them.
Yeah. I was thinking that like you take a rope and around one of the wrists and pull them to the inn.
I can like hold one of them.
Well, let's see. We could leave them at an inn at the next city and leave coin enough for the innkeeper to take care of them.
Robin man, clicky clicky.
Yeah, sorry.
How much coin do they have that we could put on that? I look at the rest of the party.
What did you
Hogan.
say?
I basically asked if
What did you say?
Jen and Mid had coin on them, so we could leave them at an inn and pay the innkeeper to keep them safe until they regain consciousness.
After all the stealing Yen has done, she probably has a few golds on her. That'll keep her there for a few weeks.
Stealing. I look at. Yeah, I'm gonna look at how much she has.
You walk over to her, and she's completely oblivious as you open the coin pouch on her hip. in the coin pouch, you see only 1 or 2 gold.
Yeah. In her backpack.
Roll me investigation.
Will do, with pleasure. Ah.
You have
Oh.
people with you. They're all looking at what you're doing.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
have advantage. Hogan, eventually, when he gets to a certain point, you say, "Stop being such a pussy with it," and pick it up and tip it upside down. Stuff scattering everywhere, but Corin being Corin, he knows how to, keep stuff tidy, make sure everything's still there. And eventually, when you investigate the inside of the bag to make sure everything's out, you feel a lump on the side. You find that this is a little fold, and it goes like back and forth as you reach into it. And
Yeah.
inside of there's another pouch. You
Take
slip
the
it out,
pouch out.
and
Yeah.
yep, you slip it out. And once you've got it in your hand, you untie it, and all of her gold together, she has 51 gold and 8 silver.
Well, there you
Gold,
go. This ought
2
to keep
silver,
her
1
at an
gold.
her and Mid at an inn for a long time.
You see like Corin's like shuts eyes and start muttering to himself.
No, don't worry there. You don't have to arrest her. She just needs some discipline slapped into her, that's all.
Well, I was thinking if they are not gonna be of use. Well, I don't know how much funds Arena took with her.
I have enough to keep me going.
I will take out 20 gold from the... Oh wait, how many are we? 1, 2... 25 gold from the pouch.
I will make a reduction.
And then another put in not in my crown pouch, but in like a pocket, and then I will take out, how much would that be? Can't be more than that. 2 gold and 4 silver. No, say 3 gold.
From what?
The pouch again. 3 more gold.
Okay.
Well, this amount should set them up for at least 3 days. With some benefits, hopefully. And when they wake up, they still have much coin to get going, basically. And then yeah, I think we should just start going now. Thoughts?
Sounds like a good plan. Let's go.
Before you do, could you
I
share...
still cannot believe they were foolish enough to eat that.
Me neither.
I'm
Ismark
gonna...
takes a few steps over to you, Corin, and says, "Is one person enough to guard them with? I mean, this is the old bone grinder, the windmill. Nobody comes near here, so they should be okay, but when it comes down to it, I trust your skill far more than I trust my own with my sister's safety. If you need me to stay, I will."
Wait, weren't we gonna let them at an inn?
Well, that could work. Would you be able to catch up to us when they awake?
Of course.
Good. I...
Sorry,
handed-
I might have got the wrong impression there because you said this should be enough to leave them with. We should go.
Oh, I was thinking the 3 gold to pay off the inn to keep them safe for what would that 3 days, and then the the 25 gold to divvy out to the people, like Ekor, Hogan, Callista, and Genrin. The 5 gold each.
Okay, it's your choice.
Well, his idea is quite good as well.
Well, when it comes down to it, would you like to leave with them or without them?
True, the hags has been living here for a long time without people trying to get in, so... If you can catch up to us, you can stay with them here.
It should be fine. I know the roads well.
Alright.
He gives a glance back to Irina and receives a reaffirming nod from her. Okay then. I will keep them safe. And do my best to keep my sanity while that madman keeps ranting. From the top window you can actually hear,
You stupid idiots! I still can't believe it! Why don't you eat the fucking pies?
it doesn't stop.
Oh, he's gonna stay here as well?
That was what he said, yeah, and you agreed.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I will hand, everyone 5 gold.
Okay, everyone other than Corin, you get 5 gold each.
Should we add it to our sheets?
In me.
Yes.
Does it
Including
include
you,
mods?
Callista, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Does not include Mott, just gonna clarify that.
It was a joke.
Mott stands up straight and attaches this to his coin pouch.
And everyone looks at him weird, and he turns to them and is like, "What? What are you looking at me weird for? I just
You
don't
know-
like walking on 2 legs."
You know the whole if a dog wore pants, would it wear them like this or like this?
Yeah.
If a dog wore a belt, would it wear it like this or like this? Ah, what a good meme.
Do you know the way?
Oh no.
Oh. Okay, so
Do
you
you
guys
have
head
any
out.
rations to share as well?
Rations? Yeah,
Yes.
a few rations.
How many kids were there?
There were 3 and you found additional, so 4.
4. If you could give each child a ration, I'll hand a ration to one of the child as well.
So how many rations?
I think that would be 1 each.
There
right?
are Russians everywhere in CS:GO.
You need to speak up, Binary.
That would be 1 each, I think, right?
So 4.
No, like 1 each of us needs to give a ration.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so everybody, I'm gonna say, excluding Callista, who wouldn't be too fussed, gives over 1 ration.
Okay. Well,
She'd see you guys doing it and say, well, there are 4 of you, 4 kids. Is that right, Michael?
Yeah. She doesn't actually have rations, though.
You should do from your pack.
Yeah, I don't think I had it on the list.
What
It's one of
pack
those
did
ones.
you take?
No, it's from your background that you get food.
Okay.
What? Oh,
You get your rations from your background, don't you?
No, you get it in the pack.
Yeah, it's in the pack. I got like Scholar's pack or something. Can't remember.
Yeah, I think you
Scholar's
get
pack.
3 rations in the Scholar's pack if I'm not completely off.
Oh, okay. I'll roll with it.
Let me just check.
Yeah.
I've honestly don't like the idea of
No,
starting
you get
with,
you get no
rations.
food. Yeah, you absolutely have food. Let's say you started with 5 rations.
Oh, thank you, Leighton.
I'm more fussed. I'm more fussed about.
Very
Thank you very much. I'm more fussed about keeping it in tune with the what you would have than I am about the rules. So
Yeah.
yeah, don't worry about that. Okay, so you
Yes.
guys head off.
Yeah.
It took you about half an hour to sort everything. You still wanted to, and that includes examining the stones.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you head over to these stones. Describe to me what you do.
I look them over, like touch, drag my hand over it.
Roll me an
Yes.
investigation and a perception.
24 and 9.
Okay. At first you're a little bit clueless. You're looking at them, scrubbing them. Eventually, your finger feels a texture difference in the front of one of the stones. You scrape at it with something hard in your inventory, and it breaks away. And you realize there's actually runes in there, but they've been filled in. It's
Oh.
too difficult to get all of the filler out of the runes, but you can make out the majority. And
Could I use
eventually you hear
prestidigitation?
no, you can.
Ah.
Eventually you hear a woo, 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 which you identify as your owl.
Yeah.
You walk over, and the owl's head spins once it sees you approaching, looks over the edge of the stone, and starts pecking. And when you go over, you see that there is another rune at the very top back, out of your reach, on each of the stones. The rune is just above the circle cut out of them.
Can I
The,
see what it
that
is?
that rune is not filled in.
Can I see what? Could I identify the rune somehow?
Yeah, roll Arcana.
Will do. 21.
Okay. The runes themselves are not things that you can put into words. However, they do give you a very good idea of what these runes are for. What these stones are for.
Yeah.
This is a memorial to times past. And when it's fully functioning, it should let you visit times past. Though you have no idea where it would take you, what you would see, or whether you'd be able to come back.
Well, that's the fun thing about magic. I will take out my little notebook, write a little note. I don't have a notebook. Oh, I don't have a notebook on me, but I'll do it anyway.
I'd say you'd absolutely have a notebook on you. You're a fucking investigator. Just add a notebook.
Notebook. Yeah, make a little note and shut it and walk back to the party.
Okie doke. And you begin upon your journey.
Yes, helping the kids along as much as possible.
Okay, and the kids do slow you down a little bit. But you guys are in a rush, and the kids are elated that they've been freed. What's the highest passive perception? I believe that's yours,
18.
Gustav. 18. Fuck yeah. Okay. You walk for not more than 10 minutes. You go back down the hill from the windmill and start walking north along the winding road, going around the hills until you're walking adjacent to the forest. And at the end of the pathway that you're walking along, you see a child standing in the forest facing you. It's in the shade. You can't make it out properly, but you can see glinting eyes in the sun. And before you get to say anything, you see the child turn around and run into the forest.
Can I have Hoot start following the child?
The child is about 120 feet off at this point. But yes, you absolutely could try.
Yeah, I'll try.
Hoot flies straight over and looks into the forest. Can you roll me perception on Hoot's behalf?
Yes, I can. Hoot has dark vision, if that makes any difference. Let's see.
Yep, it would stop this being disadvantage.
and it usually has advantage on otherwise. 15.
15. Looking into the forest, there's movement from a rabbit. There's a wolf prowling through that stops and looks at Hoot. And there's no child.
Hmm.
Kick.
What do you do?
Hoot will fly down to where the. How far away is the wolf?
Wolf's less than 60 feet away.
Okay, Hoot will fly to the point where the child was last seen and look if it,
That's where Hoot is.
look for tracks. If I can, or I will look through Hoot's eyes to look for tracks. Don't really know.
Okay, roll me survival with your skill or Hoot's.
Yeah. Wisdom.
And another perception.
22 on the perception, a 2 on the survival.
You watch. Obviously, you're keeping mind of the wolf.
Yeah.
As you flutter down to the ground and start looking around, the wolf has started moving towards you. And each time you take your eyes off it, it is getting closer. And it can see when you're looking at it, so it just stops moving the moment you do.
Just if it gets too close, I'm just gonna poof Hoot out of existence.
How close
Yeah.
is too close?
Attacking, like leaping distance.
And I know this is a bit late, but it's not going to give you an adversely bad effect. As far as I'm concerned, you can only poof Hoot out of existence if Hoot is within range for you to command.
Okay. I think that actually is in this thing. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Oh. Okay. Then I will make sure that Hoot's Hoot wouldn't just stay and look while a wolf prowls at her, so he would probably flutter away.
Okay. Hoot flutters back, and you are approaching that point in the road at this time. Hoot lands on your shoulder, and as you come up to the corner of the road, you see the one wolf glaring at you from behind the tree line, and then
Hoot-
turn around and prowl off.
Hoot will always look like swivel head towards the woods on both sides.
Okay. There's only woods on one side. That's to your left.
Okay. Yeah, then Hoot will sit on my
But
left
as
shoulder.
you progress, the forest does build up eventually on both sides. About an hour and a half passes, and you are on a very, very long road. Can you roll me a perception, please, everyone?
Okay.
22.
5. Really?
In the distance, Ikor and Koran can see smoke rising. That's usually a sign of a village.
Actually, it was Mott. I rolled both Ekor and Mott. Ekor failed, Mott didn't.
Oh, got you. Yep, the bit at the bottom. Yeah. So you can see Mott getting a bit giddy. Finally, Irina turns to the children and says, "Come on now, it's not too much further. We're nearly there." And she's actually holding the boy with the black eye, carrying him as he sleeps. Okay. Eventually, you get to a point. Can everybody other than Corin roll me perception? Okay. Ikor, you're the only one that doesn't see, but Mott's actions straight away speak to you. You notice. There are wolves ahead in the path, 3 of them, and they are ripping at what looks like a child.
Oh shit.
They
Can
are
we-
about 100 feet away.
Um,
can-
How big are they?
They are regular wolves. They're big, but they are no bigger than regular.
I will
Okay, they're
command
regular
Hoot
wolves.
to rush towards one of the wolves, and I'm gonna prepare, like, to touch the wolf, and I'm gonna prepare shocking grasp to touch spell of them.
Yeah, Hogan rushes as well.
Well, Akor and Mott basically run as fast as they can toward
Okay.
the wolves.
Give me a moment, please. And I'll be with you soon.
Yay.
Layton,
Sorry, I'm just making sure that this map is set how I like it.
did anyone have a D4?
Yes, binary.
Because I realized that the overlay have just made all layers visible, so everyone right now has a D4.
No one had a D4. Nearly done. Sorry this has taken so long. Just a
This-
few decisions made have changed how I thought things would go.
Ah.
Okay. The map set, just sorting lighting and characters.
What is characters and lighting?
I do not fucking know. Fuck.
Fuck.
It is one of those things that we don't know much about, but we use it anyway.
You mean one of those things where you get too close to your mic and fuck our ears?
Yes. It actually fucks my ear as well because I have the thing where you can hear yourself.
Monitoring?
Yeah, monitor there, thank you. I couldn't remember what it was called. Called.
The fuck?
What the
that
fuck
is-
are you
okay.
doing?
I've never experienced this. Binary.
Tilted movie
Yes.
is getting a sequel.
Tint isn't working.
You don't have the API active, do you?
No. Like, the actual token tint is not working. Okay. Tokens are all going to be grey.
Oh yeah.
Do you have the option to
Wait, let me
tint?
just- Yeah, it's just having no effect.
I have not run into that problem myself, so
This is the first time I've ever had it.
yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. Okay, and now characters. So
I
Cool.
just realized how surprised anyone would be if
Yes.
if I'll touch you and suddenly you get shocked.
I'm quiet for a bit. Sorry, binary.
Yeah, sorry.
would Mott move up to his full speed, or would he stay with your speed?
He'd move quicker.
Okay. Hogan, what were you doing? Getting as close as you can.
Yeah, I was gonna run towards the wolf.
Okay.
I would, as a command,
If
Hoot
they're-
to.
If I
And
know their regular
Kalista, what are you
size-
doing? Michael?
Huh?
What's Kalista doing?
Oh, I don't know. Sorry. I phased out a bit. Sorry.
You come across a child being attacked by 3 wolves.
Okay.
The wolves are about 100 feet away from you.
Hmm.
Ekor and Hogan are running as close as possible.
And Hoot is flying towards.
Kalista's gonna watch about 60 feet away-ish.
No attacks, nothing?
She prepares vicious mockery just in case. Ready and action.
Yeah, you have to make a criteria, so I prepare vicious
Okay,
mockery
so
for if blank.
If a wolf attacks one of my allies, vicious mockery on them.
Okay, and what's the range on vicious mockery?
I think it's 60 feet. Let me check. Yeah, 60 feet.
Okie doke. You're just within range for that.
Okay.
I will make, as I command Hoot to fly as fast as possible towards them, I'm gonna try to block the children's view.
Ah, I found the issue. It's
Okay.
whenever you copy paste a token.
Huh?
Whenever you copy paste the token, it just doesn't have tint. That is
It
the
doesn't
weirdest issue I've ever
work
seen.
with those tokens, or it doesn't
No,
copy the tint.
It's just it just doesn't copy the tint. That's the weirdest thing.
Oh, that I knew. I thought that you couldn't tint that you just couldn't tint them.
No, even any copy pasted token, you cannot give it a tint.
Oh, what if you
I don't
try?
mean an aura. I mean a tint.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Could you make it? No, wait, that wouldn't work. Huh.
It's the weirdest thing. Okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter too much.
You might be able to solve it with. I have no idea if it would work. Is drawn status? Just put it on and back again. I don't know.
Actually, that might work. Nope, didn't.
Okay.
I have no idea. Okay, you're just gonna have to. Right, what I'll do is I'll make the names visible. Oh, you can see them. Okay, yeah, it's all good.
Goody goody.
Okay, just going over things, making sure everyone's where I want them.
Bless you.
What's Hoot's movement speed binary?
Hoot's movement speed is 60 fly, so if with the dash 120.
But you would not be able to touch with the dash.
It's Hoot's reaction, my action.
Okay, yeah, if it's Hoot's reaction, that's fine. And Hoot has flyby.
Yeah.
You're going to be getting out of their reach?
Yeah.
Quick question. If it's her reaction, not her action, does flyby still apply?
Flyby is just a passive ability. It's that doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it leaves enemy's area.
Awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Advance to front. Okay, we are ready.
We have a battle to finish.
Can we have a washroom break before we start this fight?
How dare you?
What time is it?
10:24.
Yeah, sure. Everybody go to the loo now.
Yes.
Yep.
You have a biscuit instead.
Fucking
A
hell.
final biscuit.
I'm so tired.
I
Okay.
want a biscuit. Oh wait, that is a baguette.
Biscuit?
I want the baguette.
Did you say biscuit?
Yeah,
Yes.
biscuit. What's wrong with biscuit?
Oh, biscuit, like.
No, not biscuit.
How do you write it?
Biscuit.
Okay. Oh.
It's like a cookie.
Yeah, I heard biscuit,
Yeah.
which is a drinking game.
Yeah.
Like
I will have a drinking game.
Yeah, you have dices and cards, and you basically get so drunk so quick. Oh, it's awesome.
It's great, man. You gotta try it.
If I had some booze, I
Oh,
would.
right back. Got it.
The English deadly drinking game is known as Ring of Fire.
Ring
Oh
of
yeah, I played that.
Fire.
Have you played 21,
That
Leighton?
is- Yeah, I have.
That one is so much fun.
Ring of Fire is a monster, though. Like,
Yeah.
so essentially, there's a ring, of cards around a glass that is empty at the start of the game. And each card means a different thing. Majority are just like, if you do X, then drink. If you do Y, then drink.
You can give a drink
Some
to
of them
the
let you
left
make
of
up your own rule.
Yeah.
Binary, can you make me attack roll? Sorry, with your spell.
Yeah.
And we'll have the effects go through when we start playing.
Ah.
Ah.
That
Be right
failed.
back.
I never got to the good bit about the Ring of Fire.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. Getting down, down, down. When you pick it, when you get a king, you have to fill up the middle glass.
Essentially, yeah.
And if you get the last king, you have to drink the middle glass.
Who are you talking to?
Everyone. There's a fun game we have up here in Lulu as well. So basically, everyone sits around glasses. You sit in a circle, and you try to hit the glasses that has like 2 fingers worth. Like if you have the 2 fingers on from the floor of the glass upwards of beer in it, and you try to hit each other's glasses with caps, the bottle caps. And if I hit your glass, I challenged you to basically a duel. So you need to hit my glass, and if you do, I need to hit your glass again, and then it goes until someone misses. If you miss, you need to drink up what you have in your cup. And then it's still my turn because I won, and I challenged you. So then I can try to challenge someone else by hitting their cup. If I miss, it goes clockwise to the next person. Or if you win, you get to challenge someone. If everyone has 1 glass, but in the middle there's another glass where everyone has to fill up until the glass is full with whatever they have. Some people the game is called basically caps. So if some people have wine and some have cider, some have beer, someone might be an idiot and have something even stronger. But that glass is gonna be filled with a concoction of yummy, different tastes.
Oh, you're talking about cups?
Yeah. And if you are challenging someone but you miss and hit the middle cup, you have to drink your glass and the middle cup, and everyone else has to drink their glass. And that game gets you fucked.
Yeah, I got drunk on that once on only 4 beers. Wait,
Well,
was
you
it even
you-
4? Maybe it was even 2.
Well, you drink them
No,
so
4,
fucking.
it was 4.
If you're bad at it,
Yeah,
they
you-
go down so fast, and the
E-
worse you are, the
even if you're
faster the
good.
beer gets.
Even if you're good, it just goes round and round so fast.
Yeah. Or if against the king.
The king.
Well, it's a friend of ours. Nickname is from Swedish, the king, basically.
But she is a girl.
Yes.
Gender
She is-
equality.
King.
She's a devil
But king.
in that game.
It's a.
Gender equality.
She's called the
If
king because she...
People on RuPaul's Drag Race can be queens, then she can be king.
Basically, she kicked everyone's asses, and after that, she was called the king.
Yeah, she is good.
I think our class was like, at least when we were doing that a lot, we're like the best, one of the best classes that were doing that shit. I haven't done it in a couple years now. I would probably die. Basically, we did it all the time.
It's a very common thing in our school. It's a
Yeah.
very common game.
Oh, and you need to like sit. How is that named in English? When you sit like a monk with your crossed-legged, there you go. And you need to have your elbow touching your knee. They need to let go of the cap before your hand passes the knee, basically. If that makes any sense.
You sit like a monk. Your elbow has to touch your knee, and then you throw like a trebuchet. You throw the thing.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to have let go before your arm turns 90 degrees.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's not when before it passes the knee, it's before it passes 90 degree. Sorry.
Okay, is Michael back?
Hi.
Negative Reno.
Hey, yeah, he is.
Oh, this juice is so good. It contains nothing.
Okay, awesome. Let us begin. I haven't added any new music, so I really wish I had.
Just play us a beautiful tune of despair and bloodshed.
Hey, dogs.
Just play the beautiful tune of us killing.
That is way too
wolves.
intense.
No, I love it.
Dun,
Dun, dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
dun.
We're just gonna go with this. It's a nice background music,
They're just
and
little wolves. Oh, maybe they're hags again.
Alright.
hags again.
Finally.
The whole campaign is just called
Woo!
hags again.
Either hags or
Everything
either
is a
hags
hag
or
from now on.
children. Or children, you know.
all children are hags.
Oh
There
shit.
you go.
Or a ghost.
Hogan and Ekor look left. Corin
Oh.
look right. Hoot is on the far left.
How the fuck is Callista closer?
What do you mean? The wolves are on the left.
Oh! Wow, I don't see them. Alright.
Scroll.
My
Scroll,
bad.
motherfucker.
Oh
scroll.
yeah! The UI is weird.
Do you see them now, yeah?
Yes, I do.
Layton?
And can we just talk about how pretty these maps are? Gonna do a bit
I
of
was-
endorsement here. These
Like
maps are
it.
made by Map Hammer.
They are
I
absolutely
was just gonna say
gorgeous.
nice
Gorgeous?
maps, Layton.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? They're made by Map Hammer, a guy on Patreon. He's absolutely amazing, and he makes them so the grid sizes are the same as Roll20s.
Oh,
I like it.
that's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
good.
they're great, and they're
Good.
modular as well. These are actually made up of separate tiles.
Oh. Well. That's
Oh
actually really
my,
good.
that's bloody brilliant.
Oh my!
Oh!
Oh my, oh Jesus, fuck
Oh,
this
Okay,
chair is broken.
everybody roll me initiative.
I will certainly try.
Bixby!
Initiative. Where the fuck
Nope.
are you?
I
That's
rolled a fucking
intimidation.
12.
Initiative.
I have +7 on my initiative. What is this?
Fuck. Wow, okay.
Initiative button.
Wolf is fast, wolf is quick. Wolf versus wolf.
Doggy versus doggy.
One sec. Okay. First turn. Mott.
Okay. Mutt is going to attack. Which wolf are all wolves attacking the children?
Yeah, one's got a hold of this relatively small figure's leg and is dragging. Another one is
Okay.
holding onto the opposite arm and dragging it the other way, and the one in the middle is trying to snap at the midriff of the child.
Okay, well, he's going to attack the closest wolf possible.
Okay, that would be that one there, yep.
Mutt. Why?
I have a really important question. Is Mott
Go for
bigger
it.
than the wolves?
Shit.
Sorry?
Who is bigger, Mott or the wolves?
Mott is a wolf, so some are bigger, some are smaller.
Okay.
Also, you are now particularly quiet compared to your original volume.
I was just farther away from
No,
the
binary. Again, you were literally too quiet for me to hear there.
Sorry. Too far away from the mic.
Okay, unfortunately an 8 misses. Mott rushes forwards and snaps at the wolf, but the wolf, out the corner of its eye... actually, no, I tell you what, I'm going to say Mott had advantage, because this is just another wolf running over.
Okay.
So it wouldn't automatically assume that Mott's going to attack. So when Mott does attack, the 15 hits.
Okay.
Wolves are not your favorite enemy, so you do not get the bonus.
Yeah.
But as he sinks his teeth in, the wolf itself bleeds profusely, yelps, and lets go of the child's leg and twists. Hogan, Ekor, please roll me perception checks. And the wolf will make a strength save.
Oh shit. Ekor don't see shit.
The wolf fails its save, and Mott jumps atop him as he is knocked prone.
Wow.
Kalista, this is your turn.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, just gonna cover that perception check. Oh wait, no one... Hogan,
Yes.
can you please roll me a perception?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, you guys are in. You guys are in a rush, and as you're running forwards, you can see the blurred trees passing you.
Absolutely beautiful.
Wait, say that again.
You're rushing. You failed the check.
Okay. Never mind then.
Robin, lots of noise coming from your mic, man. Michael?
Yep.
What's Kalista doing with her turn?
Can a vicious mockery that wolf near Mott?
Okay. Wisdom save. Oh, it's way up there. Wow, it was just like climbing into the top of the window. Okay. Wisdom save. An 11 fails. It takes 3 damage and disadvantage on their next attack. Nice. The wolf lying on the floor yelps and shakes as its eyes get clouded over with a very reddish hue.
Kalista giggles at this.
Ekor, it is your turn.
Yup. How fast can Ekor run? Oh. Can Ekor protect the child in any way, or is the best option just attacking the wolves?
I will say that you can give the child advantage on all of its defense rolls.
Uh, yeah.
If you choose to.
Yeah, no. I'll just have Ekor
Okay,
attacking.
when you get there, can you please roll me a perception check?
Perception check.
You have advantage because you're so close. That child is made out of wood. Not like carved wood. It is like a plant or a tree.
Oh, but it's alive.
Riot?
It's alive and it is looking around in panic.
Okay, well, if
Pinocchio.
it's alive, I'm going to attack the wolves
You're going to attack the wolves instead of defending the child.
instead of defending the child.
Okay. Which one are you attacking? The prone one?
No, the one that isn't prone.
Bear in
since,
mind when you're attacking a prone enemy, you have advantage with melee.
Oh, the prone one.
Okay. 14 is... Yeah, 14 hits on both. That wolf,
Is that?
the first strike kills it.
Oh. Do I see that it is dead, or do I hit him with the second one?
You would absolutely see that it's dead, but your second attack, when you swing it at the next wolf, misses.
Okay.
As the wolf releases the child's midriff, ducks back, and growls at you.
Okay. Well, that worked.
The wolves take their turn.
Yay.
The one that's facing you tries to bite at you. Can you make me a defense roll, please?
Yep. Defense.
Nice.
Whoa. Okay, so
Oh.
as it jumps over at you, you step to the side, and it lands directly between you and Mott.
Nice.
You dead.
The other wolf lets go of the child it is holding. Actually, let me make a roll. The other wolf, still grabbing a hold of the child, tries to drag it away.
Oh,
Ekor, you get a reaction.
Yep.
poor wolf.
Attacking him. Oh.
26
Werewolf.
hits and 11 is a lot of damage. Holy shit. So you twist and you cut at the wolf and you cut off the very front of its muzzle.
Ouch.
It just is immediately removed. It still has the back of its muzzle, but the wolf, like, it bleeds and it and just bolts into the forest. It spends its entire turn just dashing.
You bitch.
And before you know it, it is gone. Okay, Corin, it's your turn.
I will.
60 feet of movement?
If he dashes. It was one back by now.
And I will have Hoot fly up into one of the big trees, if that is a big tree. Out around. Like, have a look out.
Okay, roll perception for who? Hogan, it's your turn.
15.
Do I reach that wall? I do.
15.
will-
Okay, I will keep it in mind.
Get to here, attack Wolfie. Ten. Boom.
10 unfortunately does not hit. You run forward, you bring your weapon down over your shoulder, and the wolf leans off to the side just as you hit. I'm pretty sure you get another attack at next level, isn't that right?
Yeah, if we are level 4, yeah.
Don't worry, it's not too long now.
You can double grapple.
You slam your weapon down, and it breaks into the dirt road and rips a large amount of dirt out of the ground, flinging it into the air.
You're gonna need to
The
resharpen that
child,
thing.
the child, clambers up onto its feet and runs.
Ah.
It's
Can
not
I chase the
particularly
child?
fast, but you see it run into the forest.
Well, do I?
You can
I
chase
have,
the child with your remaining movement, but we're still in the turn order.
Can I have a reaction, or have I already taken it?
You've already taken it. Hoot, you can see where the child is going.
Yep.
It is Mott's turn.
Okay. Can Mods try to yeah, I'll say attack. No, just attack.
.14 hits. And the wolf makes a strength save.
That would be
which
a
it
16, right?
succeeds.
Out of 14 hits anyway.
Yeah, with the flanking you get +2 to hit. But it would have hit anyway.
Yeah.
Mott leaps over the back of the wolf that was facing Yueko and sinks his teeth in. And as he starts dragging back at the wolf, it twists and nips at him, which causes Mott to retreat. It doesn't manage to knock the wolf down. Kalista, it's your turn.
Okay, Kalista will happily take a few steps forward, and vicious mockery that wolf next to Hogan.
Okay, go for the roll. Sorry, no, it's not a roll, is it? It's a
Yeah.
wisdom save. The wolf actually managed to succeed. That was a very good roll.
Oh,
It's okay. Next level, the DC rises. It's fine. Just it's all good.
Yes, wait, man.
Ekor, this is the last turn
Yes.
before the wolves take their turn.
Okay, can
You have +2 to hit if you make an attack.
can Ekor try to smell the child and run up, basically chase him?
You can still see the child.
Oh,
Yeah, he's very hard to see, but he is to the south. You can just see his silhouette vanishing amongst the trees. You don't have to take your action to follow the child. If you move away from the wolf, it has a reaction to hit you.
okay. I can basically hit the wolf and then chase the child.
You can, but you can't dash.
Okay. So I can just reach basically here. Yeah, that'd still be enough, I guess. So I'm gonna hit the wolf. Try to at least.
Yeah, both of those hit.
Okay.
The first one killed it.
Okay. So after the first one, I'm gonna have
The second one would be your bonus action, but you don't use your bonus action because you don't need to.
Yeah. Okay.
As the wolf is looking at you, you turn, look at the child over your shoulder, turn back, and the wolf is already diving, and you step lightly off to the side, and with the sword in one of your hands, you bring it straight down and behead the wolf. Its head hitting the side of the verge and rolling lightly down the hill. At which point you twist and start running after the child.
So, definitely.
Perfect. With that, the turn order ends. And you guys start hunting down this child. Now, it's very difficult to keep pace with the child. The child is running between trees and over ledges. Ekor, you are the only person that, when the forest gets thicker, does not have your movement halved.
Would Hoot has its movement half?
Hoot as well would not have movement halved. Hoot is keeping track of everything, and I presume, Corin, that you'll be leading people there?
Yes. Or
So, Irina's with the children. What are you doing with her?
I'm gonna stay with Arena.
Okay.
Before the Hoot gets too far away, I think I'm just about before the child starts or continues running. Same. Just gonna start like be in front of the child, like floating and hoot at it. Any questioning note if that is possible.
Okay, can Hoot actually make me a defense roll?
Oh, okay. How rude. If we can select it. 13.
1 second. I'm
Fucking
bad with
tree
names, so I'm
attack.
just putting the names up.
Fucking tree attacking my wow.
13. Du-du-du-du-du-du. You were so slightly below the required amount. As who actually gets swatted? Who
How
takes 2
much?
damage?
Fuck!
Gone.
Mm-hmm.
So Hoot loses sight, and everybody but Ekor and Mott is falling behind. You guys eventually lose sight of Ekor and Mott as they run. So I'm going to have to temporarily move to another channel.
Okay. This music is creeping me out.
Binary,
Yes.
you're very lucky you're streaming, you get to come with.
Yay.
We'll be back soon, guys. Hello.
Hey.
You're running through the forest. The sun is already quite low, and because of the shade, it gets very dark. Do you have dark vision? Personally, I don't think you do, but
Just let me check. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
if
I don't
you
think so.
if you do not, you have disadvantage on your perception, but you can still see.
I have disadvantage on my perception, but can I use my scent feet to smell him, basically?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Okay, so I have advantage on checks that.
You wouldn't have advantage; it would just be a normal check.
Yeah, obviously.
Because normally, right now, you'd have disadvantage on perception.
Yep.
You're running through this forest, and I'm setting up the next area.
Okay.
I'm going to make it a bit brighter because it is particularly dark. Yep, that's good. That's good. Okay. So, eventually, you come to a clearing.
Okay.
Lost the chair. The child figure that you have been chasing is just ahead of you, and you can still make out its figure. And in this clearing, there's a small pond surrounded by a space of dirt, and then about 20 feet beyond the dirt, there's the tree line.
Okay. I can see the child.
You can see the child, and it's standing with its feet in the water. And as you arrive at the clearing, it turns to look back at you.
Oh, okay.
It's about 2.5 feet tall, maybe 3 feet tall. It has big, auburn, amethyst-style eyes,
Oh.
and they are in slits. And the eyes are far bigger than any other races you can think of. They are like the size of an open palm. And do you remember when? No, you wouldn't know that. Okay.
Oh.
Sorry. You wouldn't know what I was about to say. You are looking at the child, and the lake is behind it. And I'm just going to place everything. Oh, sugar! I've placed that on the wrong.
Does
layer.
it look like the child in The Witcher 3?
I have no idea what the child in The Witcher 3
Okay,
looks like.
fair enough. It's a forest spirit, basically.
The blue child by the witches.
You have arrived just behind Mott, and you are.
Leighton, I think it means
there?
the blue child by the witches.
Yes.
The blue child by the Witcher.
By the witches, the 3 hags.
I genuinely
Okay,
can't
alright.
remember.
Will you also move me to the map, or?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
There you are.
Can't see anything.
Send you a link just in case.
Made of bark, and its eyes don't seem to blink with the actual eyelids.
Okay, me.
It seems to blink by having layers under its eyelids clasp inwards from the sides.
Oh yeah.
Its
literally
bark
made of
is
bark.
dark and pitted and comes up and down in all different areas, but the palms of its hands seem smooth.
Okay.
And it's standing in about 5 inches of water. Can you see the map that I've put you on?
Yep.
Awesome.
That music is way too badass.
What do you do?
I get closer and I say, "Hey, I mean you no harm."
Feel free to move your token up to your
Okay.
movement speed.
In common. I'm not going to growl at the child.
You get that close to it.
Yeah, not that close. Yeah, sure.
Okay, give me just a moment. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
He's made of bark. He's not a normal child. He's a fucking tree.
You notice that there, as you hear a bit of rustling in the bushes, you notice that there's actually another one to the right.
Okay. Yeah, that's not. That's alarming, actually.
But it's relatively quiet as far as you can hear other than that. Though it does catch your attention, and the moment that you say it's alarming, you begin to listen out for more. Can you roll me perception?
Okay.
For both you, whoever has higher, out of you and Mott, they roll and they have advantage.
It was Mott.
Okay. Yeah, there is another one. The other side, watching from the branch of a tree, sitting.
Okay.
The one before you, with its feet in the lake, tilts its head to the side.
I've already asked him, well, told him that I meant him no harm. He isn't responding in any way.
You look at its face and it doesn't even have a mouth.
Oh. Can I try? Oh, that sounds offensive. Can I try to, but I'll try it anyway, to use my speak with animal spells as a ritual while still talking to him?
That would take you a full 10 minutes
Yeah,
as a ritual.
can I talk during it, or?
You can talk during it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start casting it just in case, and
Okay.
keep on talking. Can you even answer me?
It straightens out its head and stays standing there.
This is kind of disappointing. Can I have more Mutt barking at him? Like, not extremely violently, but just
Like fourth, like ruff type
yes.
thing. You do so, and there is no response.
Oh shit. Can I try to talk with him in other languages.
What other languages do you know?
Basically Gnollish, Abyssal, and oh shit, one more that I still haven't picked because I'm an idiot. So I guess Gnollish and Abyssal.
There's no response from either.
Can I try to communicate with him by gestures?
You are thinking for a moment and you raise your hands, and then something occurs to you. The entire forest has gone silent.
Okay, can I like no boys in spying on us? Nothing.
No voice and spinalness. I didn't understand what you said.
Oh no. You said the boys that were here. They're not here anymore.
They're still there.
But everything has went silent.
Everything. All the bird song, all the movement in the underbrush, all of it.
Including the water?
The water is the only sound you can hear.
Okay, that's like quite creepy. Can I look around?
You look around and can you roll me perception?
Okay, I can.
Okay. There is nothing around. Until you hear a rip. It's like a knife ripping open the side of a tent, but 1,000 times louder. A type noise. And the other side of the lake. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a good asset for this.
Cool.
You would. I'll be getting to that. The other side of the lake, there's no real asset that I can use, so I'm just going to paint it in. You hear a massive tear. And you see where that... oh shit, it's on the wrong layer. See where that red line is there?
A red line?
Other side of the lake,
Yes.
to the
yes.
south.
Yeah.
Yep. A golden bordered eye slit shape void with darkness inside of it opens. And through the darkness there's a leg that pushes through. And the leg is tipped with long, spindly claws. Though it stands in a humanoid fashion, spindly like a spider's legs.
Oh, what?
And it has a normal foot, that's just how the toes are. And it presses down into the ground. Its skin is very, very grey and lightly coated with a glistening moisture. Another leg pushes its way through as a shoulder and arm comes in too. This is like the skinniest yet most muscly form you have ever seen. Fingers, only 3 of them, and 1 thumb, with long, swollen jointed fingers tipped with points like claws. And it is naked but has no genitalia to speak of. And as its head comes through, it's like a closed flower bud. And then it expands and opens, and the inside of each of those petals is filled with teeth.
Is it a Demogorgon?
A. Good guess, my boy. Good guess. It's in the chat on
Holy
Roll20.
shit! Are you fucking kidding me?
And as it steps through and its face opens up, it lets out a reverberating crackle. What
the
it is
fuck?
standing across the other side of the lake, facing you.
Ah!
And the moment it appears, the child turns, looks at it, and bolts away. And before you know it, as you look around, all of the children are gone.
Did they look afraid by it?
They're very hard to read. They don't seem to have expression like people do.
So, I'm facing a Demogorgon. Have it seen me?
It's looking in your direction, though whether it's seen you or not is very hard to tell.
How it doesn't even have eyes. Can I?
I'm going to jump back to the other group,
Holy shit.
and I will move you up the moment that I'm ready.
Okay.
Angry typing.
Yeah, well, basically,
My fucking DM just put me against the Demogorgon.
yes!
I'm fucking dead. I can't believe it. Oh my god.
I literally, like, 1 hour ago, 2-3 hours ago, I explained what a Demogorgon is to a friend of mine. And, like, he never heard of it. He never seen Stranger Things. And, like, right now, I'm like, holy shit, she's making me face a fucking Demogorgon. How the fuck?
I
I
have
read
never,
your man, boy.
I have never had that image of a Demogorgon because I've read more Greek mythology. That looks a bit different than I.
Yeah, well, basically, I
Yes,
think I remember.
but I'm going to go back to the other chat.
Yep.
You two can feel free.
Yeah.
Robin, I'm going to leave you in this chat on your own as I go
Okay.
back to talk to the others.
Okay.
Best of luck, buddy. Hey guys.
Hello.
Okay, you ready to carry on?
No.
What?
Yeah.
Why? So you?
He's trying to be funny.
Ah.
Yes, I was trying
Ha.
to be funny.
Ha.
Okay, so do you begin to make your way into the forest, any of you?
Yes.
Corin, you've lost
Eyes,
your eyes.
Oh.
The owl's gone. And you are with Irina.
Oh, we have had a short rest during the by the.
Oh yeah, short rest, absolutely. But I believe you already had the health up from that.
Oh yeah, but I forgot to add get one level 2 spell slots.
How many empty spell slots did you have?
None. Or yeah, I had 2 level 1 spell.
Are you
level
sure
one.
you forgot to do it?
3 level 1 spot, yes. Because otherwise I would have had a level 2 spell slot open.
Okay. So these, you're staying with Irina or you're moving, Corin?
Fuck. Can I drag her with me and the children?
Into the forest.
No, I would stay with them.
Okay. You're on the forest path and you've decided to wait. You guys set up by the side of the road a small area where your bags are laid out and you all begin to just peck at some rations. Let's say the one ration's gone just for the time that you're there.
If the other people are going away, I'm gonna stay watch, like, diligently.
Yeah.
I don't get it. What's going on?
So the
Ekor-
child ran into the forest and Ekor and Mott followed.
Yeah.
But Irina and the children, like, the forest is difficult terrain, so it'll be very difficult to move through. And Irina and the children are obviously not equipped to go into such a forest. I'm asking, would you follow Ekor?
If everyone follows along, yeah.
Corin has already said he's staying behind. He's voiced this to you.
I'm going to guard the children. in the
So,
arena.
Hogan and Callista, this is down to you two. Do you follow, or do you stay at the road?
Don't know.
We follow, but we will try and be back as soon as possible.
I'll go into the forest.
Okay. You guys are making your way through the forest. Can you both roll me a survival check?
Before they go, let's see. Would I save? No, I wouldn't save. I'm gonna cast magical weapon on Hogan's axe.
Okay, Hogan, your axe has magical weapon. How long does that last for, Binary?
An hour.
An hour. Very nice. Does that give +1 to hit and damage as well?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Hogan, you don't even need to roll survival.
Okay.
Kalista, that 20 is fucking great. You managed to pick up the trail and follow it without issue. This leads you onwards, and eventually you do notice that it's not blood that's been dripping from a smaller figure that was what looks like running first. It was tree sap. And you follow the trail of tree sap along this pathway. Hogan very close behind you. And you lead onwards and onwards and onwards through this forest. You are in the forest for about 10 minutes. When you hear a thunderous crash. It sounds like a knife being a knife ripping down the side of a tent, but 1,000 times louder, like a
Ow, that was loud.
and it shakes all of the world around you. Sorry, I'll try and move my mic a bit quieter every time I do sound effects.
It's cool. It's cool.
Upon hearing this, you get a bit of concern. And do you press on or do you turn back?
May as well press on.
I mean, the whole purpose of this trip was to protect Irina. So yeah, I'm gonna follow Irina.
Irina's not going.
Wait, what the fuck was going on then?
You need to listen, man. Like I said, Irina and Corin are waiting at the road.
Okay.
You went into the forest to try and find Ikor, who ran after the child. The small wood tree-like child.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, yeah. Keep pressing on. A core is important too.
Okay. You follow to the source of the sound, since it seems like your best chance of direction, and the trail of sap was going in the same way. Another 5-ish minutes pass, and you arrive at a clearing, and you see the creature in chat. Guys, you see the creature in chat?
Yeah.
That creature, you catch a glimpse of it just as it steps backwards the other side of a small pond through an orange bordered gateway that looks to be in the shape of an animal like slit iris. And the moment it's through, this gateway closes and is gone. With his
Can I
back
yell-
to you, you can see a core standing next to Mott.
Okay. I yell at a core.
One moment.
Leighton, weird question.
What's the question? One second, Robin.
Have I met
I just see
Demogorgons
black.
before?
Okay. So.
No, you
What
haven't.
the fuck?
Just to clarify, you guys don't know what the name of this creature is, but I'm happy for you to give it the name Demogorgon.
I just see black.
Yes, you do. I need to drag you onto the board. One moment. Do you see now?
Let's see.
Nice. Okay. Ekor,
Yes.
the creature facing you slowly slinks back through the portal, turning as it does so, and just as its last foot passes through the gateway closes and it's gone.
It's gone?
With your passive perception, you would hear some figures approaching, and as you turn to look behind you, Kalista and Hogan have arrived.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, pretty loud.
Well, a creature just came out of a portal.
From what little I saw, it looked like there was something wrong with its face.
I didn't hear what you said.
From what little I saw, it looked like there was something wrong with its face. Michael's got a bad throat, so the high-pitched voice is kind of
Yeah.
ruining him.
Yep.
I don't know what I should answer.
You look back over the lake and stare at where the portal was, and wait for something to happen, but it doesn't.
Well, can I go check where the portal was?
Sure.
Trying to look around for any, I don't know, people like the boys that trapped me in this place. That lured me, I should say.
Yeah, sure.
You.
I'll set Mott to follow you. Give me a sec. There we go.
Okay. Tell me if I make any.
Feel free to move as fast as you want.
Okay.
If you want to stop there,
Ah.
either way round is fine. You hear that rip again.
Okay, I'm gonna hide as fast as I can.
You are right in that position, and the rip is not right next to you.
From where do I hear the rip?
Kalista,
Yeah.
can you make me 2 defense rolls, please?
Holy shit!
Defense rolls.
You have disadvantage on the first one.
Okay.
The second one, you do not.
Good.
A creature bursts through in front of you as a gateway rips open, and the first thing to lunge through it is a claw that sinks into your shoulder. As it sinks in, you take 9 damage.
Hmm.
It pulls and wraps its mouth as far over your face as it can get, and just as it gets too close for comfort, you push your rapier up less than an inch before your face and shove, and it gets forced back. As it gets forced back, it backs away back through the portal, and you get an attack as a reaction if you want to take it.
Oh, nice. I stabby stab.
Okay, make the roll.
This is both epic and disturbing.
22 hits.
I'm
You drive
terrified.
your rapier forwards, skewering it in the shoulder. As you pull the rapier back out, it disappears.
I tend to look at Hogan and say, Hogan, what do you think? Anything of interest here?
Holy shit.
Wait, what?
So-
I mean,
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
honest, I'm quite
The
pissed
thing-
off
the
right
thing-
now.
the
That
thing
would help
attacked-
quite a bit.
The thing attacked Callista, and then Callista did what? She killed
She,
it.
she
No.
hit it with a rapier attack, and it stepped back through the portal and vanished.
And Callista is like, huh, nothing interesting here.
How did you not get hurt?
How did you not get hurt by that? That must have been very painful.
I mean, it does pretty fucking hurt actually. Just.
Um,
Go on,
like,
technically.
Yes.
can
Alright.
have Echo and Mott seen that it teleports, basically?
Yes.
Okay, can Echo and Mott basically be on guard and ready to run in
Can-
the opposite direction?
Can we
There's
see
there's
a
two
core?
choices. Yeah, you can. There's two choices that you can do in this situation. You can say I'm dodging, and you can say I prepare an action for if I see it.
Dodgy dodge.
Okay, I'm dodging, basically. Echo and Mott are dodging.
Okay.
Can I just yell to everyone?
I don't think it's a good idea. We should just get going.
Sure. If you'd all like to roll initiative for me, just so that we know what order things are happening in.
I don't wanna be in this place with this monster. This music is fucking terrifying.
This is some Pacific Rim shit right here.
Kalista, if you want to do anything, you get first turn.
Hmm. Dodge.
Okay. Any movement?
There.
Okay. Ekor, it's your turn.
Yep. Can I move my characters and still use the dodge action?
Yeah, it's an action.
Okay, well, I'm a move. Yeah, so basically, Echo is just going to make some gesture to Mott to basically get the fuck out. So Mott is going to be faster than Echo from 10 feet here.
Mott actually doesn't get to move there before another creature takes its turn.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh yeah, the turn of the creature is between Mott and Echo. Okay.
Next to Mott, working with layers is so awkward, man. Through a portal steps the Demogorgon.
Ah!
Can
not
Mott
Mott.
please make me 2 defense rolls?
Holy two defense rolls? He's not dodging?
He makes 2 defense rolls, but they both have advantage.
Okay.
That's a 14 and a 19. The first attack hits. The Demogorgon jumps through this portal, sinks its claws into the back of Mott's neck, and pulls. And Mott brings his head round and snaps at the Demogorgon's arm, at which point it lets go and dives in head first to try and bite at Mott, who jumps back, managing to avoid that second attack.
Okay.
At which point, the claw deals 8 damage to Mott, and the
Okay.
Demogorgon slinks back through its portal.
I mute myself.
Mott gets an attack of reaction.
Okay, well, he's gonna go to use it.
Okay.
Bite.
A 21 definitely hits.
Can he knock the Demogorgon prone? That would be hilarious.
We'll see. We'll see. That would be...
Is it non-dead?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Mott deals 9 damage to the Demogorgon. And it... succeeds on its save. He,
Oh, ah.
as the Demogorgon releases its claws and makes that snapping bite, Mott avoids it and jumps in from the side, clawing open its neck. As it turns and starts clawing at him, he jumps back, and the Demogorgon slinks back through the portal, out of your view, and the gateway behind it shuts. It is Mott's turn.
Okay, Mott is going to get closer to Ekor. And closer to far away from this fucking creature.
Okay.
He's taking the dodge action, by the way.
Yeah,
Still.
yeah. Hogan, it's your turn. Doing anything?
I will tell Callista to run back as quick as she can. I will join these guys. Can I prepare an action?
You can prepare an action. What is it for? Is it to attack if you see the creature within range?
Yeah, if it pops out, because I realized it pops out close to them, and I want to. Yeah, I get closer to help them.
Okay. Callista, it is your turn.
Okay. I say, run back. I pick you getting back my talents here, Hogan. I move to here and prepare to use Vicious Mockery if the Demogorgon leaps out and out before.
Okay. Ekor, it's your turn.
Okay, basically Echo is going to keep on running away from this place.
And using his action to dodge.
Yep.
If I am correct. Yeah, that was only 25 feet. You can move one more space north if you want.
Okay.
Can Mott please make me 2 defense rolls?
Again?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
As the gateway opens up, through it steps the Demogorgon, its arm reaching forwards. Just before it hits, Hogan, you get to attack.
Yay!
Make that roll, boy.
Please
Give me
do.
1 second.
You get a bonus +1 to your attack roll and your damage roll compared to normal.
Nice.
And the weapon attack counts as magical.
Plus 6. 13.
That's actually 14. It's not high enough to hit.
It's plus 6. It's 13.
Who?
Oh, okay. Also, the wisdom save. Okie doke. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. It succeeds on the save, rolling exactly the number it needed.
Oh.
It steps
Nice.
through, its arm coming first, and as its natural instincts kick in and you bring your axe down, its hand moves out of reach and tries to swing a backhand at you, which you lean backwards out the reach of. It then steps out and reaches over with its claws towards Mott, bringing them down hard and fast. But Mott leaps back and growls. Mott jumps forwards, trying to get an attack in there, but the Demogorgon's head expands and closes around Mott's face. Mott immediately takes... Are you joking? Oh, yeah, I've rolled the wrong thing. Wow. I thought that it just dealt 22 damage. I was like, what?
Oh. Yeah, he's pretty much dead in any way.
Oh boy. Mott takes 12 damage.
Holy shit! Wow. He's dead.
And since he is unconscious, not dead, unconscious,
Okay.
he is automatically grappled. His head is actually stuck inside the creature, and it is trying to swallow him. As the creature steps back, trying to get through the gateway, Hogan,
Yeah.
you get a reaction.
I attack it.
Go for the roll.
Oh yeah, I tried to grapple it.
That would be an athletics check.
There you go. I am not angry yet. I didn't have time to get angry.
Okay, it doesn't actually manage to make it back. As it tries to step back through the portal, Hogan grabs it. It stops in place. Its head still wrapped around Mott, and it twists its body so the upper half is facing Hogan.
Fuck.
On Mott's turn, Mott's turn is now directly before the monster. The order has changed.
Okay.
Next time it's his turn, he'll need to make a save.
Oh.
Hogan, it is actually your turn now.
Can I shove it? Wait, is that where the creature is?
Yes. Bear in mind you only have one hand free for attacking.
I see. I attack it with the regular axe with one hand.
Due to how tied up you are with grappling it, I'm gonna say you had to drop the other axe to the floor because you couldn't exactly fasten it anywhere.
Okay, fair enough.
So you pull out the hand axe. Is it a hand axe or a battle axe?
It's the battle axe is the big one. No, that's a great axe, but I think it's a battle axe actually.
Do you want to check your sheet?
No, it's a hand axe. Never mind.
Okay. Roll for the attack roll. 14 does not hit, I'm afraid.
God damn
You bring the hand axe down, and it twists its head to the side, putting Mott in your path, and you have to stop yourself. Kalista, it's your turn.
Okay, Kalista says, I don't want the Toko to go yet, and casts, as bonus action, uses, casts Healing Word, second level spell.
Okay, that's 2d4 plus your spell modifier, healing. Resulting in a total of
7. Great.
7, yeah. Mott regains 7 health, and immediately tries to break free. On Mott's behalf, can you please roll me a acrobatics or athletics check?
Okay, acrobatics or yeah, okay.
That breaks
Oh.
free. Mott immediately brings his hind legs up to either side of the creature's head and forces open some of the petals, ripping his way free, landing on the ground. Ekor, it is your turn.
So Echo is going to.
Oh, sorry, Kalista, did you want to do something with your action?
Oh shit, yeah, main action, Vicious Mockery on Demogorgon.
Make the roll, if it is a roll.
Damage, yep.
Okie doke. That's a wisdom save. It succeeds.
Fuck. Well, I tried.
Ekor.
Yup, Echo is basically going to oh fuck. Did he hear not getting attacked?
Yeah, you would have heard Mott getting attacked. You're
Yeah,
pretty much
okay.
checking up on Mott at all times. The link
Okay.
is more than just normal. It's a bit of magic in there.
It's magic, yeah. So he's going here.
Okay.
And he's going to attack that fucking Demogorgon.
Oh boy. Okay.
Shit.
17 hits. I wish you had advantage.
Yeah, but I don't.
No, I don't think you do. Shit. Well, 17 definitely hits. You bring your sword around overhead, and the moment that Mott breaks free, as he's falling through the air, you bring your sword in from the side and cut it in the center of the head. You break open part of its fibrous being, and a sickly white pus sprays out where you slash.
Wait, bus.
That's minus 10. Oh boy. And then it is Mott's turn.
Okay, well, Mod is going to attack the Demogorgon.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
A 13 does not hit, I'm afraid. And it would have been fucking high damage if it did too.
Shit.
Mott tries to attack the Demogorgon, getting its teeth in wherever it can, but as Mott goes for the Demogorgon's leg, it brings its leg up and just boots Mott in the face, knocking him back. Then the Demogorgon takes its turn.
Don't forget
Hogan.
you can flank, guys.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Best of luck.
Oh, yeah.
Can you please make me 2 defense rolls?
Ah,
A 12 and a 13.
This is why we rage.
Both of those are too low.
This is why we rage, Rama.
I didn't have time to rage.
It's a bonus action.
Alright, I could have done it.
Can you please... Oh no. No, don't worry. You take 19 damage.
what?
Get whacked.
You still have life. How the fuck do... Oh, okay.
He's a barbarian. There.
You're grabbing a hold of this creature, arm wrapped around it, your other hand pulled back to hit it with the hand axe, and it reaches up with both claws and buries them into your face. As your head comes back and you are forced off, you get the choice. You can either let go of the creature, or it's going to have a solid hold on you.
I let go of the creature.
Okay, you are thrown to the floor as it bends down and bites over your chest. You use the hand you just let go of it with to pull back and punch it in the face. A chunk of your chest flesh is ripped off as it gets thrown back, but you are no longer grappling it, and it is not grappling you.
Yay.
Then it steps through the portal, vanishes from sight, and the portal closes.
Don't we have a reaction?
You do. Oh, you do. Both you get a react. Oh no. Yeah, all 3 of you get a reaction.
Not me though, or?
Yeah, including you.
Oh,
hey,
So-
try to grapple it again.
including Moss.
So-
Including Mott.
Can I assume I'm holding my axe again?
Yeah, you were knocked pretty much to the floor, so it could be in your hand, no problem.
Yeah, okay,
Oh
cool.
shit.
Come on!
Oh shit! Come on.
Tactics. Right?
Pack tactics? I believe Wolf, I think because of the way that he's using the sheet, he doesn't actually have that feature.
What?
Normally he would, but it's removed because he's
Yeah.
using the alternate ranger.
Yep. No, yeah, it
Oh.
isn't. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You swing with your short sword, and the Demogorgon ducks as it moves into the portal. Mott
Ugh.
jumps at its leg, and it pulls its leg away too quick. Hogan brings back his weapon and does a full-on swing at the center of its back just before it gets through the portal. Hogan, can you roll me damage?
Yeah, boy.
Remember
No.
that bonus +1.
Yeah, 1d12 plus 4.
You bring it from side to side through its back, and that white pus sprays out across the ground, splattering over at Core and Kalista. Do bad do bad do. Do bad do bad do. And then, as it's through the portal, it vanishes from sight.
I say,
Let's get out of here. There's no point in fighting this thing.
Can
I also want to remind everyone that you did all get a healing potion ages and ages ago. I don't know if you've used those since.
Oh,
Oh, really? Okay.
I believe so. When George was not here after you left Death House. It was only people that were still alive at that point. I think it was Hogan, Corin, and Mid.
yeah,
okay, but can we go? Can we go?
You still have your movement.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, no, no, no.
Suggesting.
Yeah, you do. You do
Well,
still have your movement.
I'm suggesting to the people we get going.
Echo is basically going to say back, she's teleporting. It's no point, but we should try to go. Keep on guard.
Exactly. Let's just get going. This is pointless.
Hogan, you have your action, your bonus action, and your movement. What do you do?
I start moving in this direction and hoping people will follow.
Yeah, I think we're going to all move at the same time and take the dodge action, if that's okay for you guys.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, we're all following.
Okay,
Okay,
for the
well-
sake of
yeah.
for the sake of gameplay, I'm gonna get rid of the map because you guys are gonna be moving through a forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to lead. I want to be the one leading them. Also,
Okay.
just want to say, since I went here and I have the Wanderer background, if it's one of clicks. Oh, okay. Click only shows. Oh shit. Just let me copy paste it then. I have the Wanderer background that basically. gives
It
me
shows
this-
it, but if you click the speech bubble just up to the right, it pops it
Yeah.
into the chat.
Oh, okay. Oh, thanks. So I should basically recall.
Yeah, you know the way back. That's no
Yeah.
issue at all.
Yeah. Okay.
What the fuck is that? Well, I didn't copy that. What the shit is this? One sec. There we go. Okay. You're running through the forest. Can you all please make me luck rolls, including Mott?
Luck roll.
Yay.
Where the fuck is the luck roll? I'll just roll a death save if that's okay. Because I can't find the fucking.
Another one for Mott.
Yep.
And then Hogan, I need you to roll one too. Rama,
Roll a what?
luck roll.
Be right back extremely quick, sorry.
17. Okay. Looks like Ikor got lowest. The Demogorgon appears through a portal as you guys are running through the forest. And
Remember, we've
it's in
already
front of you.
Well, we moved 60 feet.
You said you were using your actions to dodge.
Yeah, doesn't that give you double the movement speed?
That's dash.
Oh, that's dash.
Dodge
Well, I
is
didn't-
any enemy that you can see that attacks you has disadvantage.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, fair enough.
Ikor, are you back?
Yep.
It appears in front of you through the gateway and immediately swings at you. However,
Okay.
you were dodging. Can you please make me 2 defense rolls? Each has advantage.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. It steps through, its claws swinging at your face, and you duck. It then dives down at you, mouth first, gaping wide, saliva stringing from it like web. And you weave to the side. As you spiral and swing a cut at it, it's ducking back through the portal. Can you please make me an attack as a reaction?
Yeah.
If you want to, that is.
I want to. Definitely. Fuck, definitely.
That does hit.
Oh. Oh, sweet.
Exactly the number you need.
Oh, sweet.
As you cut through its back, you see a trail of white blood. Can you roll me perception?
Yep. I can.
Where you cut open its face, it had sealed up. It was no longer bleeding.
Oh,
This creature is probably regenerating.
oh. Well, I'm basically going to tell the others. He's regenerating. What we're doing is pointless.
All right, then let's get moving even faster. And then I
Where
suggest
are
we
you?
dash the fuck out of there.
Yeah. Oh, while we're I think dashing is pointless. Ah.
You be there.
For normally, because I've said this is difficult terrain, you guys would be moving at half speed. Even if you're dashing, you'd only be going 30 feet. But because Ikor is now with you and he himself navigated it in the most functional way possible on the first trip, he now knows the way back perfectly. And as long as you guys are traveling in a straight line, with him leading, you are moving at 60 feet if you dash.
Let's dash.
Okay. Yeah, we're dashing.
Okay. About 4 minutes pass of you sprinting through this forest in silence, hearts pounding, leaves brushing past you. Every now and again, you think you're catching glimpses of golden eyes staring at you from deep in the forest, but you get attacked by nothing. And eventually, you break out into the clearing at the road.
But
Corin is standing up, looking around, and notices you the moment you come out. You are
Can I
covered
just
in
say
cuts
something?
and bleeding.
it seems
Just,
like
just
the
bear with me for a sec. You are covered in cuts and bleeding, and you are not feeling great.
Do any of us? Do any of us have that white thingy you said? And also, can I examine it? How do you
It
say it?
seems
You do
like
not have any of the white blood on anything other than your weapons. There are
Okay.
splashes on people's clothing. That's it. Corin?
it seems like that child was harder to kill than or to catch than it looked.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
Can we just stop going into unnecessary buildings and following random people everywhere? It seems to me that this new land that we are in is very dangerous, and the danger is hiding everywhere. Can we just be more cautious, please? And as he does that last growl, he turns to Ekor.
Yeah. Sorry. I mean, I'm used to forest. I'm curious when I see new things.
I was just curious to see why you call way into the forest. What could have been something good there?
I didn't heard what you said once again. Sorry. Your
So
voice
the
is weird.
child beat the crap out of you.
It wasn't the child, it was that wretched creature. He was jumping into a teleporter and, for some reason, jumping out every time and attacking us.
That wretched creature.
Can I describe the creature to him?
The story that he recalls is a creature about 7 feet tall, skinny, very muscled, very bony. It looks like it had a thin, fleshy outer skin followed by a hard inner carapace, and it had attributes of a plant with teeth for a head.
Do you also describe the fight?
Yeah.
It would be pretty
describe
brief.
the
He'd say it
Yeah.
kept attacking us, but we had to run.
I would describe the portal as well.
And I'm guessing that Corin, with his perception being as it is, would notice the white blood starting to dry along the borders of everybody's weaponry.
I will. Oh, I don't have a vial. This sucks. Does anyone have a
Do I
vial?
have one?
What now?
Has anyone used their healing potion?
Did they actually get it?
Do
Did
they
I have
actually
a
get what?
potion?
Was that from the house? The healing potion?
I
Yeah,
drink-
only people that survive the house would have them.
Okay.
I drink my healing potion and give him the vial.
I believe a
I-
healing potion is 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
You should have a healing pot button, right? Yeah, you have. If you select your token.
If you select your own token, it's a button along the top.
Oh, there it is.
I take the vial
It's
and
a regular one, right?
I scrape some of the mucus into the vial. Then
That was shit wrong.
I suggest that we hurry out of here. And if that creature comes back, Hogan, I think I have to ask you to get angry and grab it, or it can get back into its portal.
I certainly will. It's
Good.
already gotten on my nerves.
Arena, you ready?
Yes, though I am worried. To have something like that chasing us, it is a difficult situation. Are you sure you left it in the forest?
It went back into its gate, teleport thing, portal.
She looks concerned.
Well, in any case, let's hurry.
Yes, let's.
Just a question. Did Ekor feel not falling unconscious and then being brought back by a spell?
Yes.
Okay, can
He would have seen Mott completely go limp and stop moving, and then he would have seen the wounds heal up to where the teeth were holding him.
Okay, so Ekor is basically going to thank the person who did this.
Yeah, she was between you and Mott, so you would have seen Kalista cast the spell.
Okay, thanks. I don't know what I'd do without Mott. I can bring him back, but that'd be a pain.
You're welcome. Glad my talent is recognised.
To fill in for you there, that was glad my talents are recognised.
Yeah, thanks.
This is like a bad throat to French translator here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, bad
I-
French
I-
translator.
I mean,
How do you do?
you have an accent that is very slightly hard to understand by default, but with your throat, it's like not understandable for me. I'm very
Yeah.
sorry.
So I said this before, but I'll say it again. Do not DM on a sore throat. Because on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I just could actually almost not speak. I had to whisper.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
DM.
Can you
I
kill
have
the
a muscle
turnover?
that I'm not allowed to use because it's sore. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do an activity that uses solely that muscle.
For 4.5 hours.
Leighton, kill the turnover. It's killing me.
Ah, yeah, okay. You know you can double click the header, right?
Yeah, no, but it doesn't disappear. There you go.
Okay. Well done on surviving that, guys. I genuinely thought you were dead.
Thank you.
At least one
too.
of you.
I
Yeah.
genuinely thought Mott was dead.
Me too.
Like,
I looked at my spell.
Well,
Like,
we're not sure the danger is over yet, so let's get hurrying.
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
Do we go to bed?
So people sort their bags out. We're probably going to be playing for another 40 minutes, Roma.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
People
I can
sort their
survive.
bags out, and the children get up and ready. Irina's now carrying one of the little girls, and holding hands with the boy with the bruised eye as she like walks all the kids forwards. We're keeping a close eye on all of them and making sure they don't stray from the path. The party is now a lot more wary, and the time has progressed. It is about 6 p.m. The sun is on its last legs. It's going down. Sunset is upon you.
We will hurry as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm. And as you come around the corner of the road that you are on, this long, slight bend, you find the gates of a town. The gates are literally in the process of being shut by two guards who are wearing black and mustard checkered not sure what they're called, the cloths that hang down under armor.
Oh yeah, I know what you tourniquet. No,
Well,
not
it's mustard and black checkered cloth.
Can I
under
just say
their
something?
half plate armor. Go for it.
Imagine these guards. They're closing the gate for the night, and out of the forest line, there are two half orcs running at them, an armored woman,
It's
a
only
wolf
one.
ranger, and a
I'm
fucking wolf.
I'm gonna basically do the town guards whistle to try to get their attention.
Do you think they'll stop closing it or start closing it faster?
Way faster.
Oh, do you mean binary? Do you mean a actual whistle object?
No, like whistle, I'm not gonna whistle. I'm gonna probably wake someone up.
The pattern melody.
Yeah, basically 2 fingers in the mouth and no.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh.
You definitely do catch their attention, and to clarify, you're not coming out of any sort of forest. You are on a
Yeah.
well-used road.
Oh well.
I think we
You
should
know.
tell them about the
From
dog.
the
And the
distance,
closer you get to the town, the more built up it is. You are actually walking on laid flat bricks now.
Yeah.
They hail you and leave one of the gates slightly open. They haven't locked it, but the other guard is standing by the gates while one approaches you. He steps about 15-20 feet away from the town. He says, hello. What can we do for you?
Well, if
Shelter.
we could have direction to the closest inn, that would be wonderful.
Of course, but we do need some names. Who are you?
I'm Corin. This is Akkar Hog. I'm just rambling off names.
Okay. Bit by bit, you ramble off names, and he goes, and what's with the children? Why are you traveling with so many kids this late?
Have you heard of the old windmill?
The bone grinder, yes.
The inhabitants of that windmill was... Well, I wouldn't say human, and they had kidnapped the
No,
children.
everybody knows it is haunted. The ghosts in
they
there would kill a
had
man.
Kidnapped the children. And we...
Ghosts! Kidnapping
We
children, what are
rescued
you doing?
They are hags,
We
not
rescued them
ghosts.
just-
Look, slow down, you two. I get on my break in a while. You can, tell me the tale over a drink.
That sounds wonderful.
You're very lucky you caught us when you did. He turns around and starts walking back towards the town. It is not often that we get people coming so late. Usually once we've closed up, no matter who turns up, no one comes in.
That is understandable.
With the things that are out there? Fuck yes it is. In the very far distance, you hear a loud, very familiar rip.
Does the defenses are the defenses only material, or are they also their arcane nature?
I could not tell you, but everybody says the church is protected.
Okay.
If you're looking for sanctuary, I guess that's the best place. I've not been fucked over in many locations, but you want to keep away from those wolves, you know what I mean? Some of them are bigger than bears.
Yeah, we've seen
Oh.
them.
We didn't really encounter only wolves.
I just imagine glancing to Ekkor and Mott when he says wolves.
Do we stand
Listen,
in front
okay,
of the
these days nothing scares me. I have seen those fucking fairies that throw spears. I have seen a man turn into a fucking crow.
Have you seen a creature? Can I describe the creature that Ekkor described to me, or Hogan? I can't remember which one described it to me.
By
Yeah,
the sounds of it,
uh,
if I had seen that, I wouldn't have seen anything else afterwards.
Yeah, I feel so. It apparently that's just the noise it made. I point towards where the noise over the gate were.
What were you saying, Rama?
I was gonna say I described the fight and like how it constantly popped in and out of the portal.
Got you.
And then,
Um,
and then I tell him about the portal. Like, do they know?
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
exists?
And then Corin says that is the sound that it makes. No, we have not seen one of those. Now I know why you're asking about sanctuary. No, there is nothing I can do about that. I haven't heard of it. I haven't seen it. I hope I never see it.
Mm.
Ha!
Might it be
Ah.
someone in the village that does? Down. Well, I will call it the
I
village.
mean,
Sorry.
you're headed to the tavern anyway. You might want to find Rictavio. Old guy. He's got a walking stick, a cane. Really, really fucking weird. He always has these crazy stories. Somehow it like he has this way of saying them that makes you think they're true, but they're like pretty obviously not true.
Thank you.
You are welcome. My name is Andre.
Ray.
I get off of the gate shift in about an hour. If you're still at the tavern, I will see you there.
Sounds good.
These children, hey, he like waves his hand down to one of the kids, and the kid just stares at him. He goes, "They look like they've seen some shit, hey? You should probably take them to the church."
Agreed.
Thank you, says Irina.
Can I tell him about the pies?
If you
Like,
really want
explain-
to, you may.
Yeah, like yeah.
But
they've
I
seen some
don't
shits.
think you know about the kids being put in the pies.
No, not that. But I
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
him about how the pies. Yeah.
Did he when he said the
shit,
short...
that's pretty fucked up. What kind of parents sells their kids? I mean, I say that half the people here seem like they don't even know how to say hello properly. He turns to the other guy that's on duty. Hello, Bruce. Hello. And Bruce stares at him and goes, "Why are you saying hello? Do you see what I mean? He's a fuckwit. Don't call me a fuckwit. Why would I not call you a fuckwit? You're fucking brain dead."
would he have
That's
like
not very nice of you to say. Go ahead, Binary.
would he have indicated somehow like with a short gesture the direction of the church when he said when he mentioned it?
He says at the gates, "Do you have any other questions, or are you ready for directions?"
Direction.
Okay. If you follow the main city road right the way down to the end, the church has a courtyard to the right near the end of it. Near the end of the city, just follow this road straight down, and the tavern you will find about halfway down the same road. So you need to continue onwards a bit further for the church.
Understood.
Why are we going to the church?
We are
It has enough space and a few extra beds for these children. It might be a nice place for them to stay. You could take them to the tavern if you wish. It is your decision.
they're
Do you
probably
not
safer in the
have,
church.
What's it called?
Orphanage.
Orphanage.
Listen, if the people around here gave that much of a fuck around about kids, they wouldn't have sold them.
Fair enough. We get going, I guess.
Okay.
Yes.
Enjoy your stay, guys. Welcome to Valaki.
Thank you.
Woo!
If you come to the tavern, first drinks on me.
Hey, I will appreciate that.
Did someone
Okay,
write down his name?
So, where are you guys headed to?
Church.
Church, yeah.
And I'm gonna like it while they're leading to the church. I'm gonna pull Ekor to the side and pull out the clothing that I found and show it to him. If you or Mott gets a sense of the person wearing this, would you tell me?
Yes, we could, I guess. So yeah, I'm just going to basically communicate to Matt that we should try to track that scent.
Okie doke. So, guys, you're at a new town. I'm dragging you over. There is your map.
We are in.
So you entered over here
Where?
on the east side. Can you see this?
Nope.
It's very dark.
It's only
We
one.
only see.
We only see this.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to actually be on the page when I map things out. Okay, give me a sec. Pap, 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 pap,
Paddy pap pap pap.
pap, 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 pap.
Did he think pap pap?
No, brr, boom, boom. Boom,
We.
that meme.
Oh, that makes me. That looks. Oh my god, that's so satisfying. Oh, you should have walked it back as well. Oh, we don't see
So
the
that's
gate.
mapped that area out for you now, yeah?
Yeah, but we don't see
Nice.
the gate though.
The gate is here. Did it literally not show it?
Yeah,
It
here.
didn't show when you
Oh.
said here. Oh, there.
Yeah,
it is.
it's dark here.
Okay.
It's dark.
It's a
here,
shame
yeah.
that this is client side only.
There you
There we
go.
Okay. If you
Okay,
get any
yeah.
dark patches that you feel like you should have explored, let me know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna check my locations because unfortunately this map is a bit of a fuck. I might actually have something set up here. 1 second. Oh yeah, I do. Nice. Okay, actually, ooh, that might not be too nice. We'll see.
Oh.
No, that's fucking awful. Okay. I'm just gonna have to go by the picture. That's no problem. It's not like I have any sheets to compare to. Okay. And if I stack that up there, and then stack this up here, and do it full page. There we go. Okay. Just making sure that I'm getting my areas right, because I don't want to take you to the church, and then it turns out you're at the tavern.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have gotten something wrong. It wasn't a tavern, it was an inn.
Okay. That's even better.
He refers to it as the Blue Water.
Blue water.
Can we go to the red water?
You can, but you probably won't return. That's usually hell.
Ah, I see.
And there
Okay,
you would have
So
as much luck
you
as
walk
snowball
through
in hell.
the town, and the general feel you get is very strange. There's lots of old, rundown banners up. Very, very colourful, but weathered and left to decay. There's lots of litter about, but not like if you actually look at the litter, it's not litter as in rubbish. It's litter as in colourful hats that have just been left and walked over.
Huh.
Like really, really weird. It's like a party happened during a time of war or something.
But can you do this?
Yes, I can.
Keep the jokes relevant, Rama. You're seeming really old right now.
Right.
Eventually, you traverse the length of the city and arrive at the church.
Leighton.
Yeah.
I was like, I had it to double take there because it sounded like you said your semen seems really old right now.
Oh,
I'm like,
that's
wait,
not the case.
what did he just say? Oh, that's not what he said.
That's not the case, to reassure you. You eventually come across a slouching, centuries-old stone church. The church has a bulging steeple at the back, and its walls are lined with cracked, stained glass windows depicting multiple pious saints. And there's a fence of wrought iron enclosing the garden of gravestones next to the church. Amongst the gravestones, there is a thin mist creeping through. And now that it's coming around to nighttime, there is a chill in the air.
I'll go up to the doors of the church and knock.
You can actually hear voices on the other side.
I
This
would
church gonna
still
be as
knock.
fucked up as the other one.
Okay. There's no response from the knock.
I creak the doors open. One door open. If it's double door. I was just guessing.
Yep. You are required to turn the handle, but I presume that's something you just do.
Yeah.
And as you hear the latch open on the other side, you push, and the door squeaks right the way open. I think you might have heard my little finger whack my glass there. That was perfect. And on the other side, you see an array of people, more than 10 easily, spread out across this room, and a priest at the far end, standing by the pew, and sorry, not standing by the pew, walking amongst people. And everywhere that he seems to be going, there's a rather brawny. No, there's a really small boy following him. The boy has kind of raggedy blondish hair. dirty blonde,
Yeah.
and is wearing very, very basic clothing, like sackcloth shirt, sackcloth trousers, and comfortable but just plain leather shoes. And standing around the room are a wide array of people. Sitting around the room. And standing in the far corner, up on the stand by the pew itself, is a guy who has a rather angry expression on his face, but seems to be quite young. He doesn't look older than 17.
Okay.
Long black hair, etc.
Uh,
The
Jade-
guy that's walking around the priest notices your entry, smiles, and raises his hand, to which Irina, who is currently holding a child and with the rest of the children, raises a hand and waves back.
the hero die isn't working for Jade.
The hero die isn't working.
She can't donate hero dice apparently. Look in shit bucket.
Pa, 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 pa.
All of the stream things should be online.
I blessed binary 5 minutes ago, she says. Binary,
Yeah.
you're the one streaming, buddy.
I
What's the
don't have any
None of
messages.
the plugins are currently working. None of them.
Ah. So they get points, but the plugins doesn't work to give them.
The plugins should be working. They do on mine. I'm not sure why they're not on yours.
Huh.
So what we're gonna have to do is, Jade has given you a hero die, so you have one.
Right.
As far as we're aware, nothing else has been done, but we're gonna sort this out soon. Jade, I'm very sorry. We'll have it ready by next session.
Okay.
Okay. Jade, were you here for the fight with the Demogorgon? I hope you were. I enjoyed that.
I think he was just a bit too late for that one.
Okay, so you've just arrived at the church. What do you do, guys?
We have some children for you.
Hello there. Hi. Children for me. Oh, hello. Look at you, you little thing. He bends down to one knee and looks at the child with the bruised eye. Ooh, that looks painful. How'd you get that? The kid kind of shies away a bit and he goes, "Don't worry, we'll get you right as rain. Won't take long at all. Would you like some soup?" I don't know why this guy's going Irish. He's friendly. He has to be Irish.
Is there like a collection bin?
Sorry?
Is there a collection bin?
There is not actually.
Can we explain to the guy what these children have been through?
Sure. And eventually when he's heard it, he says, "That is truly something else. I cannot believe this."
Have we gone into the church?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anywhere that I can sit down?
Yeah, loads of chairs. Lots of lines of a church seat's called pews.
Yes.
Then what the fuck is the stand called?
Podium.
Yeah.
Podium. Nice one.
Altar. Oh,
There are loads of church pews that you could sit on.
I would like to sit. I would like to sit down, and have space next to me or in front of me just to write stuff down.
Okay, yeah, sure, you get that, no problem. There's actually places where people would sit books, usually for the Bible, on the back of each pew. So when you sit down at one, in front of you there is actually essentially a little desk for you to write on.
Nice.
Sometimes things just go your way.
Yep.
He says, "This is horrible. The state of people these days is just dropping lower and lower, is it not?"
Yeah. I was wondering if we could leave the children here for at least this night.
That is absolutely fine. They can stay for as long as they need to. We have a spare room. We don't actually have a spare bed, though. If you have anything they could sleep on, I'd appreciate the help.
Hogan jokingly takes out a small knife and says, "Well, I guess we're gonna sacrifice Mott's skin."
Wow.
I'll
Get
rip
bitten.
your throat.
Get
You
bitten.
hear like 3 high-pitched screams, and as you turn to look down at the kids, all 3 of them have like run over to Mott and are hugging him.
Oh, oh.
Can I
Hogan's like,
can I
"I'm
slap the
joking,
big
I'm
guy's
joking."
back in the back of the head?
You get a light thud. It's nothing hard.
Behave. Wait. I hand over my bedroll, and here
Can
for food for the children. I hand over 3 gold.
Oh damn. Okay. You get inspiration flat out. He says, "Oh, this is. Thank you. Thank you so much."
Well, I hate seeing children on the street in any city. Let's see.
Listen, you are wearing somewhat official garb. Is that correct?
Indeed.
Somewhat official.
Well, it is official, but I don't think they recognize it.
It's like his own dark clothing, but it has stitched on logos of a specific town's watch that you haven't heard of.
With rank and such.
Yeah. So he does look official, but he doesn't look like anyone they would have seen, and he doesn't look like he works for a specific militia.
Okay, I see.
What do you say, sorry, Binary?
Yeah, I think he has said yes. I do. Yes, I am. Somewhat official.
I feel really bad now asking for this, but how is it you came here? I need help, and if you are able to handle yourselves,
Depends on what you need the help for. I have business here for. Well, basically, I was hired out, Bravovia, to fix something.
if I have something I need help with, I can't really talk about it here, but should I talk to just you or to all of your friends here?
Yeah, you can talk to us.
Whatever makes you most
what-
comfortable.
We cannot guarantee that we can help, though.
That is fine. Irina, he says, addressing her by name, which is something that catches all of your attention. He clearly knows her. If you could stay here with the children, make sure everybody's okay. I will be back soon. I need to have a conversation with your friends here. She nods, says it's no problem, and you guys progress through to a private room. Kalista, I presume you stay behind?
Yep.
Okay. When you're in a private room, he closes the door behind you, pulls a key out from a nearby drawer, and locks the door.
Yeah.
He
Only Calista?
only Callista that stays behind. Yeah.
That
I
stays
presumed.
behind. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
He turns to all of you and says, his face is kind of concerned. He really looks like he's trying to find the right words for this. An item of import has gone missing from the church.
I'm gonna. Is there like a chair or something?
Yeah, there's a chair and a bed. That is it. Apart from desks and such.
Is the chair close to a desk?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna sit down, pull out my notebook, and when I'm done, I'm gonna look up at him again.
Okay. It bothers me to ask you for help. You've already done a lot. 3 gold is more than we've received in a while, a long while. But I need help.
What does this item do?
It is something that we of the Morning Lord worship.
Do I know what
They are
Morning
the
Lord is?
bones of Saint Andrel. They were kept in the crypt. The crypt, the small building out in the graveyard just outside.
Do I recognize the saint or the god he's talking about?
The Morning Lord, you would absolutely remember. I believe you've got that plus.
6.
Have you got that perfect memory feat?
No, I don't actually, but I have a +6 in religion.
Okay. You would need to roll history.
All right. History. Let's see. I am not proficient in that, but should be fine anyway. 18.
18 is totally fine. That is the it's a god you haven't heard of outside of Barovia, but it is the same god that the other priest in the village of Barovia was worshipping.
Okay. Any signs of how they were removed?
The lock was still in place. The doors were all shut, so it had to be someone who had access to a key, which means they weren't here. The only people that I let in here, unless someone broke in without my knowledge, are Milivoj, and the boy that you've seen following me around, I presume. His name is Jeska. He's an orphan.
How long
Well,
ago was
from what I've
they?
learned,
Sorry, continue.
from what I've learned from magic, I'm pretty sure you can open up doors with magic as well.
Yes, but neither of those two know anything.
Exactly. I mean, it
How
could be
many people
someone you're
knows
not
about the
suspecting.
bones?
The people who know about the bones would be the two that work here, and perhaps the burgomaster. Maybe I haven't spoken to him about it, but he could definitely know.
How long ago?
This was last night. Not last night. The night before.
And what were you?
To clarify, the crypts, they're beneath the chapel, but to get to them, you go outside of the building and then through the entrance that is outside. That's why I said the crypt outside. It's just, it is right beneath us. You're not coming through at all.
I was moving chairs, so I couldn't sit properly in that one, the broken one. Just for me to get a picture, where were you when you think this happened? And
I
the
would
other
have
two?
been in bed, but I keep all of my keys in a drawer there, and it is not rare that I forget to lock my room.
Hmm. Was your door locked when you woke up?
Now that you mention it, yes.
Can I go and inspect the lock
Sure.
for tampering? Tampering.
Roll investigation.
I will do that. 27.
Jesus Christ. There's literally not even scrapes on either side. This lock looks like it's never missed, never misused, etc. Now, the something that has been troubling me recently is Milivoj's temperament. Milivoj, sorry. I'm going to get that wrong 1,000 times. Milivoj is
Could you write the name down? I know I'm
It is
an
a really
investigator,
awkward name
but
to write.
I'm a bit dyslexic, you know.
You think that you're dyslexic. The only time I ever said his name right was when I was doing his circumcision.
What the fuck? I'm not really sure if it's my English getting all dirty, but what the
No.
fuck?
No,
Why is that funny?
This is not me. This is this is me laughing later, not Corin. Corin has poker face.
It sounds to me like Corin is laughing his ass off.
Well, if you could read minds, yeah.
Oh no, Leighton, you see, it's not Hogan who sees that. It's me.
Uh,
Do you know what? I'm going to ask for a charisma check.
for me,
Yeah,
check or save.
check.
Oh, you bastard.
Which does mean you get to double the modifier.
Minus 1.
Wow, you
bastard.
actually.
You
Oh.
bastard.
You actually
Yeah,
fall on the ground.
you actually do start laughing. And he says, "Why is that funny?"
I have no idea. Unexpected.
I suppose that could be yes.
Now, do you know his reason for being angry?
I believe he is under a lot of stress. He has a lot of family that he has to see to. I cannot listen. I cannot tell anyone about what has happened here. The burgomaster, he likes to host a lot of festivals. He's a very strange man.
I understand.
We need to keep this quiet. If anybody hears about this, it could become a big problem. People believe this place is safe because the bones were here, and if they're not, then
I understand. We're gonna come back tomorrow and look into the crypt. As you see, I gesture towards my comrade that looks wonderfully clean, not damaged at all, and healthy as newborn piglets.
who's this?
I point towards basically.
Oh,
Hogan
yeah.
and,
Listen, this I believe time is of the essence here, quite severely. I've been trying to keep this quiet, but people are catching on. I told Jeska about the bones in the hopes that it would stop him worrying so much. He's been a very scared boy ever since he was young. This is the orphan that I've been looking after, to clarify.
Good.
The reason I say that Milivoj knows about the bones is because Jeska confessed to me that he told him. But he is very temperamental. If you are going to talk to him, he may go either way.
well, it just so happened that if he gets temperamental, I have someone on my side that can get angrier. So
that is good. That is very good. Just be
glancing at
careful.
Hogan.
And
Hogan sniggers.
if you find anything out, please act on it quickly. I do believe that these bones have been keeping us safe here in the church.
Could we
Without them, I do
borrow the
not.
key to the crypt?
Of course, here. He immediately pulls out, opens the drawer and reaches to the back. Over the back of the drawer, you can see he's got his wrist at an awkward angle.
Yeah.
And you hear a little jingle, and then he pulls out a big old rusty key.
All right. Well then, first off to talk to Milivoy. Was that how to pronounce it?
Yes. Milivoj.
Milivosh. Milivosh. Oh, yeah, it's
It is good that you came. And is there anything I can do for you?
How fucked up does Hogan look?
Hogan
smiles.
has quite a few cuts all over him. He has tooth marks along his chest. Like, it actually looks like the flesh has been peeled off and then begun to grow back thanks to the healing potion.
Well,
He has scratches all over his back and in his face, like across his forehead, there are 2 symmetrical scratches. Just under his eyes, one of his eyelids seems to be peeling away where it's been scratched. And one side of his mouth has been ripped open in a sort of Joker smile.
Well, hello, beautiful. Then I would ask for a short respite for an hour or so, and a couple cups of tea for comrades and me.
Of course, that is totally fine.
And
Would you
if
care
have
to
any
move through to the main
bandages-
room? You could have soup.
That looks sounds good. Do you have any bandages as well?
Yes, I will bring you everything that you could need for rest and respite.
So basically, short rest.
Yeah. You guys all get a short rest, and we are going to end the session there.
Okay.
I was gonna say during the short rest, if Miljov and Jessica was in the same room, I was gonna study them, the behavior.
That's totally fine, but we'll pick that up next session.
Can we take
If you
a
wanna-
short- Yeah.
Sorry, Gustav, if you want to make some notes about what you want to do so you don't forget.
Can
And Robin?
Can we actually take the short rest next session so I don't have to during a short rest you recover HP and shit. Can we do all that next session?
It would make a lot more sense to do it now because we might
Okay.
forget next session.
Yeah, fair. So how do we do it?
If you you look at your character sheet
Oh,
where your hit dice are, there's a button underneath that says hit dice. If you click that, it rolls it. And each time you click that, you have lost 1 hit dice, but you gain the amount rolled in health.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. Well, good enough.
Mott can also do the same.
Oh yeah.
I cannot click the hit dice thing. That's because you haven't fixed my sheet, but that's fine.
You need to
I know
fill
how
out the
to
character
roll
sheet
them.
to be able to use it.
I fill out most of it.
Do you know your hit dice, Hogan?
Yeah, only
D12s.
so plus 3.
All good.
Um,
That was a d20.
Oh, okay.
D20 plus 1, d12 plus 3. Wow.
and it rolls a 7.
Oh, that's because I used the wrong commands.
Yeah, you did.
There you go. 5.
Oh, wow.
What?
That was so low. You can use more than one, by the way. Each time you
Yeah.
use one, you expend a hit dice. You don't normally get that many short rests a day, so I recommend using
Oh
them
my
wherever you can.
God. I am
Someone
really
sleepy.
tired. Yeah, I am.
Wakey, wakey,
What the
Rama.
fuck are these?
Well, you have like
Add on
4
the
hit
health, you might
dice.
almost be at full.
Can you take me out of the map?
Oh yeah, I didn't realize you guys were still on it. Sorry.
What's that? 6 plus 8 is 14 plus 5 is 19. I almost typed plus 190. Can I have
Oh.
190 HP?
As you level up, you'll get more and more. If you want to take the tough feat, oh, you already have, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh fucking hell! That I was about to say that's why you have so much fucking health. You are probably at level like 18, gonna break that 190 health barrier.
So. Oh, wait, there
Rama,
was the... Yes.
raging during a fight is fucking good.
But I
It's a
don't want
bonus
to. I only
action.
have 3. I only have 3 rages. I can't waste them on small shit.
Is a Demogorgon a small shit that almost one-shots
I
you?
didn't know what a fuck a Demogorgon was.
Well, it was epic, scary music, and it hit the Mott for 9 damage.
It was
Okay,
teleporting.
fine. I'll try and rage more often. I see your point. I agree. Raging is good,
But either way, raging wouldn't have done us anything in that fight. Maybe I would have taken.
You
less
have
damage.
advantage on
You-
strength checks. On
Later,
Yeah,
you,
you-
you would have advantage on all grapple checks.
Yeah, I did grapple it. And look what it did to me. It fucked me up good.
But you would have taken half damage.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then
yeah,
we could then they could have just laid.
But
onto it.
let's leave that to an end, guys. We'll pick up from here next session. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. It's been a long time since we played last.
It was great playing again. Like
Yeah, boy.
it was nice.
Robin,
but
you got a bit of a highlight there
when?
when you were running through the forest ahead of everyone.
Yeah, it was fun.
I fucking love scaring you, man. You piss yourself so frantically.
Basically, dude, what scared me the most was that you basically used the Demogorgon from Stranger Things and not from Dungeons and Dragons. So I was like, holy shit. Also, like,
if
Don't
Jade is still
spoil
here,
Stranger
thank you for
Things
the
now.
thank you for the die, and we're ending the stream there.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.